First Community has great payment options and low prices for GAP, extended warranty, and credit life insurance, so we can make your payment fit your budget. Contact First Community for your auto financing needs.
At Schertz Landscape, we care about the quality of trees that you put in your landscape. Therefore, we grow our trees here locally in the Concho Valley. As a certified arborist, I not only care about the quality of your tree being planted, but I am also qualified as a tree risk assessor. I can evaluate the health of an older tree or the risk that it may have to you and your property. Come see us at Schertz Landscape, where we care about the quality of your trees.
Provide us with a better price at the time of purchasing your new tires and we'll match it. It's just that simple. Or find a better price within 30 days of your purchase and we'll refund you the difference. Either way, you win.
Mitchell Buick GMC, your hometown dealer.
Pain is never planned and recovery time is never convenient. But the last thing you want to do is wait for answers. At Angelo MRI, you are more than a number. We can get you results within 24 hours at a price you can afford. So when you need to get back into the game fast, tell your doctor you want to go to Angelo MRI. We hope you don't need us this season. But in case you do, remember, it's your health, your choice, your MRI.
Since 1957, Medical Arts Pharmacy has been your neighborhood professionals, welcoming you when you come in and delivering when you can't. Through all the advancements in medicine, therapies, and equipment, Medical Arts has grown with you to make sure your family has the very latest in care. Today, we can offer you immunizations, all of your medicines in special multi-dose packaging, and compounding right here in your neighborhood pharmacy, where some things have changed with the times, but the best things never will. Medical Arts Pharmacy.
When having a truck is essential, you should drive a Tundra from Mitchell Toyota. A Toyota Tundra is a formidable combination of power, space, and technology. Plus, it's a great-looking truck. Mitchell Toyota, where we put the deal back in dealership.
Would you like a time-lapse of your construction project? Damon Bell Photography and Drone Services. Need to check your roof for hail damage but don't want to climb up that rickety ladder? Perhaps you're selling property. We also cover sports and weddings. Damon Bell Photography and Drone Services.
At VGI Technology, our mission is to connect and protect our communities using innovative technologies while providing an exceptional customer experience. Everyone on our team took part in creating this mission statement, and everyone on our team is committed to stand by every word. So for your home and office internet, security, cameras, and smart technology, call on your neighbors at locally owned VGI. VGI, to connect and protect.
With great low rates on new, used, and refinance auto.
Welcome back to Dick Bivens Stadium in Amarillo as your Central Bobcats get ready to take on the Amarillo High Golden Sandstorm, the Angry Orange on the road against the Sandies of Amarillo High. Central Bobcats football is live on Pixelcast Media's Concho Sports Network and presented by First Community Federal Credit Union. Let's take a look at our players to watch. There were a lot of highlights for the Bobcats last week in the loss to Abilene. You know Squeaky's going to bring his game every week. The heart and determination of Christian Squeaky English, firmly cemented as the Bobcats' starting quarterback. He was 22 of 35 for 269 yards. He threw 3 touchdowns last week. He was 6 of 39 on the ground, 2 TDs rushing. Of course, he was the rushing leader last season. Brett Jones was 0 for 1 on passing. He got to just play a few downs, though. He is the backup just in case. Let's take a look at some more offensive players to watch. Elijah Allen, 22 for 94 yards last week. He also shares running back with Darius Hewitt, who was 14 of 52. Colton Hill is most dangerous after he catches the ball. 9 catches, 81 yards. He had a touchdown with some smooth moves last week. Jesse Smith, he really has he's going to make himself a household name among Bobcat fans. 4 of 29 yards receiving. He had 2 yards rushing. He had a 2-point conversion, Jesse Smith. And I like the look of the tight end, Kasner Stribling, 3 catches for 65 yards, and he did a great job blocking last week for the Bobcats on offense. Let's take a look at tackles. Outside linebacker Jace Wild Bishop had 6 to lead the team in solo tackles. Tucker Beatty had 1. Mason Van Sickle, inside linebacker, had 5 tackles. Jacob Jackson had 3. Zayden Norton had 2. Jackson Kennedy got a tackle. And the only turnover so far this season for the Bobcats was Zayden Norton, the cornerback on the tip, got an interception last week for the turnover in favor of the Bobcats. For as far as assists went, Garcia had 3. Zayden Norton was in on 4, along with Kason Rogers and Jackson Kennedy, the safeties. They were in on 3 assists last week for the Bobcats defense. And that brings us to our National Alliance on Mental Illness, NAMI, starting lineup for the Bobcats. Of course, Squeaky English, the 6', 175-pound senior, starts at quarterback. We'll see Darius Hewitt and Elijah Allen at running back. Kasner Stribling at tight end. The receiving core, Colton Hill, Jimmy Edwards. Jesse Smith will be in the slot. At left tackle, Chase Cole. At right tackle, Kyler Price. Snapping the ball, Caleb Martinez, the senior. To Uta Jr. Kalamafani, the 6'3", 285-pound, 3-year starter. Number 77 is at left guard. Ethan Boyd is at right guard for the Bobcats. On defense, out of the 3-4, Brian Sandoval, number 50, is the nose tackle. Sean Scott, Colton Kent are at end. At tackle, Oscar Herrera and David Osborne. Inside linebacker, Mason Van Sickle, the junior, had a great game last week. Also at linebacker, Jacob Jackson, Tucker Beatty, and let's see, Ricardo Peruzia at linebacker, as well as long as Luis Aniel Garcia. Safety, Kason Rogers. Jackson Kennedy will be the strong safety. Cornerback, Zayden Norton and Gabriel Rodriguez. And that's the defense for the Orange Crush defense. And hopefully they will put on a great show here in Amarillo this evening. NAMI, National Alliance on Mental Illness, bringing you the starting lineups for the Bobcats. We are just a few minutes away from our kickoff and coin toss, and that's going to wrap it up for the countdown to kickoff from Pixelcast Media. We'll take a quick break. We'll be back. You're watching Central Bobcats football on Concho Sports Network, presented by First Community Federal Credit Union.
Can save you money. First Community has great payment options and low prices for GAP, extended warranty, and credit life insurance, so we can make your payment fit your budget. Contact First Community for your auto financing needs.
At Schertz Landscape, we care about the quality of trees that you put in your landscape. Therefore, we grow our trees here locally in the Concho Valley. As a certified arborist, I not only care about the quality of your tree being planted, but I am also qualified as a tree risk assessor. I can evaluate the health of an older tree or the risk that it may have to you and your property. Come see us at Schertz Landscape, where we care about the quality of your trees.
Provide us with a better price at the time of purchasing your new tires and we'll match it. It's just that simple. Or find a better price within 30 days of your purchase and we'll refund you the difference. Either way, you win.
Mitchell Buick GMC, your hometown dealer.
Pain is never planned and recovery time is never convenient. But the last thing you want to do is wait for answers. At Angelo MRI, you are more than a number. We can get you results within 24 hours at a price you can afford. So when you need to get back into the game fast, tell your doctor you want to go to Angelo MRI. We hope you don't need us this season. But in case you do, remember, it's your health, your choice, your MRI.
Since 1957, Medical Arts Pharmacy has been your neighborhood professionals, welcoming you when you come in and delivering when you can't. Through all the advancements in medicine, therapies, and equipment, Medical Arts has grown with you to make sure your family has the very latest in care. Today, we can offer you immunizations, all of your medicines in special multi-dose packaging, and compounding right here in your neighborhood pharmacy, where some things have changed with the times, but the best things never will. Medical Arts Pharmacy.
When having a truck is essential, you should drive a Tundra from Mitchell Toyota. A Toyota Tundra is a formidable combination of power, space, and technology. Plus, it's a great-looking truck. Mitchell Toyota, where we put the deal back in dealership.
Would you like a time-lapse of your construction project? Damon Bell Photography and Drone Services. Need to check your roof for hail damage but don't want to climb up that rickety ladder? Perhaps you're selling property. We also cover sports and weddings. Damon Bell Photography and...
Back in Amarillo at Dick Bivens Stadium, you're watching San Angelo Central Bobcats football on Concho Sports Network, presented by First Community Federal Credit Union. Schertz Landscape Company bringing you kickoffs tonight. Penalties from Oliva's Roof and Solar, Oliva's Roof and Solar. Angelo MRI Red Zone. Alpha Paving bringing you touchdowns. Instant replay brought to you by Medical Arts Pharmacy. And be sure to follow us, Concho Sports Network, on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and YouTube at Concho Sports. You see the captains here lined up. We have a little bit of a technical difficulty, but the Bobcats have won the toss, and they have deferred. So the Sandies of Amarillo will receive the opening kickoff from kicker number 84, Evan Vaughn, the 5'6", 150-pound senior. As we get ready to get things underway, I'm Darren Prater. Arlen Ponder is alongside. Also on Concho Sports Network tonight, a showdown between top 10 teams in Wall as the Brownwood Lions, 4A top 10 team, take on the number 8 ranked Wall Hawks tonight. That is also live on Concho Sports Network. 83 degrees. You see a little sunshine here in Amarillo at Dick Bivens Stadium. Thank you for joining us as we get ready for the Schertz Landscape Company kickoff between the Bobcats and the Sandies.
Yeah, and we're working through some technical difficulties. Got some transmission problems here, so bear with us. We'll get there.
I think we're stuck.
Yeah, it's okay. We're going to work through it. Let's give you some updates right now. It is 11:34 in the first quarter. If you're a San Angelo TLCA fan, they're playing Cisco tonight, and it is already 14-0. The Wall Hawks and the Brownwood Lions just kicked off. And that's all the updates I have right now. Like I said, we're having some technical difficulties. We're working through it.
Brian Sandoval, number 50, one of the captains tonight, joined by Junior Kalamafani, the senior, wearing number 77 tonight for the Bobcats. Jimmy Edwards is number 18. Also, did I mention Wyatt Buck, the 6'2", 205-pound junior, number 43, part of the captains for the Bobcats tonight. Week 2, 0-1 Bobcats. We don't know a lot about Amarillo. They've lost several good players to graduation. They returned 6-6, but they played Odessa High in what was going to be a tough game, but they didn't even make it through the first half due to inclement weather, and they ended up having to cancel the whole game. You know, same thing happened to Brownwood last week against Abilene Wiley, happened to several more teams. Just the weather would not allow for the game to continue. So the Sandies have not played a full game so far this season. This will be the first one. Just for fun, the Amarillo paper expects a tough game that won't be any fun for Amarillo, but they say that they should win over the Bobcats. Coach Mark Smith and the Cats and the Cope boys may have a few things to say about that, but actions speak louder than words as we are just about ready to go. As our camera is down, we'll have the score and quarter, and we'll be back with you as soon as we get that up and we can see the game. Otherwise, we'd just be making stuff up. So please, hang tight. Bobcats and Amarillo on Concho Sports Network. Stick around.
New, used, and refinance autos, we can save you money. First Community has great payment options and low prices for GAP, extended warranty, and credit life insurance, so we can make your payment fit your budget. Contact First Community for your auto financing needs.
At Schertz Landscape, we care about the quality of trees that you put in your landscape. Therefore, we grow our trees here locally in the Concho Valley. As a certified arborist, I not only care about the quality of your tree being planted, but I am also qualified as a tree risk assessor. I can evaluate the health.
Just talk. Hey, can you hear me, man? Okay, so 1st and 15. If you can, because we. Okay. Hey, you know what? We're going to stay off. No, that's cool. Just let us know, give us some updates, and we'll do that until you get us back up and running. So we've got the cameras down and that we're trying to get it working, blah, blah, blah. But if you can give us the updates of time and like if anybody scores or anything like that, we can run the... What was that? You got bleed. Okay, take the kickoff graphic off. Okay, there it goes. All right, we'll just leave that. Can you pull up the logo, the screen of just the... Yeah, pull that up, put it up there.
Radio. Radio broadcast.
Oh, good, you did what I wanted to do. You want to call it that way?
Oh man, that's gonna be hard. Just copy everything Jay says.
You know what? That's cool. Leave that. Yeah. Leave that. If he gives us time, if he gives...
Okay. They had to punt at least, we know that.
Yeah. Okay, once we get clocked, we can at least... A minute, 20 left in the first quarter?
No, it's got to be more than that. They just had one possession. presented by First Community Federal Credit Union. We're having some technical difficulties with our cameras, and our broadcast has been come to a screeching halt for a minute. Want to let you know, squeaky English to Jimmy Edwards with 9:12 to go in the first, plus the extra point from Evan Vaughn. It is 7-0. Bobcats score on their opening possession against Amarillo after they forced Amarillo to punt. So squeaky to Jimmy and a touchdown. 7-0 Bobcats over Amarillo. We will have the live broadcast coming up shortly, so please stick with us. But the Bobcats score an Alpha Paving touchdown to take the lead in the first quarter. It's 7-0. This is Central Bobcats football on Concho Sports Network, presented by First Community Federal Credit Union.
With great low rates on new, used, and refinance autos, we can save you money. First Community has great payment options and low prices for GAP, extended warranty, and credit life insurance, so we can make your payment fit your budget. Contact First Community for your auto financing needs.
At Schertz Landscape, we care about the quality of trees that you put in your landscape. Therefore, we grow our trees here locally in the Concho Valley. As a certified arborist, I not only care about the quality of your tree being planted, but I am also qualified as a tree risk assessor. I can evaluate the health of an older tree or the risk that it may have to you and your property. Come see us at Schertz Landscape, where we care about the quality of your trees.
Provide us with a better price at the time of purchasing your new tires and we'll match it. It's just that simple. Or find a better price within 30 days of your purchase and we'll refund you the difference. Either way, you win.
Mitchell Buick GMC, your hometown dealer.
Pain is never planned, and recovery time is never convenient. But the last thing you want to do is wait for answers. At Angelo MRI, you are more than a number. We can get you results within 24 hours at a price you can afford. So when you need to get back into the game fast, tell your doctor you want to go to Angelo MRI. We hope you don't need us this season. But in case you do, remember, it's your health, your choice, your MRI.
Welcome back to Amarillo. Central Bobcats football is on the air on Concho Sports Network, presented by First Community Federal Credit Union. After the Sandies of Amarillo had to punt, the Bobcats drive down and score with 9:12 to go in the first. Squeaky English to Jimmy Edwards, followed by the extra point to make it 7-0 in favor of your Bobcats. Evan Vaughn kicking the extra point for the Central Bobcats after the Alpha Paving touchdown. Darren Prater and Arlen Ponder here. Thank you for being patient during our little problems we had. Probably more patient than we were. Cats back on the move at the 45. Great field position for Central. Here's Squeaky English. Short drop out of the shotgun. Got a man wide open. Caught it at the 25, and he's gone. Touchdown, Central Bobcats. Just like that. Guess who? Jimmy Edwards. That's an Alpha Paving touchdown for the Cats. The nearest guy was about 5 yards behind him. Perfect pass from Squeaky. Had plenty of time to do it. Great execution for the Cats on the Alpha Paving touchdown.
Yeah, still trying to work through a couple of difficulties, but we are doing good. Cooking with gas now. Appreciate everybody staying with us.
7:42 to go in the first. They did the swinging gate again, awaiting the extra point from Evan Vaughn. Here in Amarillo, sun is in the sky, 83 degrees. Nice weather for some Bobcat football as the Cats look for their first win. I tell you what, they've come out on fire. 2 touchdowns. Squeaky to Jimmy Edwards. It's 14-0. We'll be back. You're watching Central Bobcats football presented by First Community Federal Credit Union.
On new, used, and refinance autos, we can save you money. First Community has great payment options and low prices for GAP, extended warranty, and credit life insurance, so we can make your payment fit your budget. Contact First Community for your auto financing needs.
At Schertz Landscape, we care about the quality of trees that you put in your landscape. Therefore, we grow our trees here locally in the Concho Valley. As a certified arborist, I not only care about the quality of your tree being planted, but I am also qualified as a tree risk assessor. I can evaluate the health of an older tree or the risk that it may have to you and your property. Come see us at Schertz Landscape, where we care about the quality of your trees.
Provide us with a better price at the time of purchasing your new tires and we'll match it. It's just that simple. Or find a better price within 30 days of your purchase and we'll refund you the difference.
Yeah. Welcome back to Amarillo. Here's the Schertz Landscape Company kickoff. You're watching Central Bobcats football on Concho Sports Network, presented by First Community Federal Credit Union. Bobcats in the first quarter have come out on fire. Squeaky English has 2 touchdown passes tonight to Jimmy Edwards. It is 14-0 with just over 7 minutes to play in the first. Darren Prater and Arlen Ponder here on Concho Sports Network. Squeaky 22 of 35, 269 yards, 3 touchdowns passing last week. That'll give him 5 on the season, and he has 2 rushing touchdowns to go with that. Edwards had 9 catches for 94 yards last week and 2 touchdowns, so now he has 4 on the season. As the Sandies of Amarillo back on the attack, going left to right. This is their 3rd offensive possession. They've done nothing so far, and that pass is incomplete. Jet Lopez has 5 passes for touchdowns and 367 yards in his career. He did get some playing time last season, but still a new starter, as this team didn't finish a complete game thanks to weather against Odessa. And there's a penalty. It's going to be against the Bobcats to move the ball to the 35.
Yeah, I didn't catch what that was. I was actually going to give some praise there to Big 95, Raiden Navidad. They're on that line.
Lopez sends a man in motion. That's Oliver Parsons. Hands off to the back and pushed backwards. His forward motion will stop right around the line of scrimmage, as the Cats were all over him that time, not allowing him to go anywhere on that run.
Yeah, he didn't pick up anything. Just actually, he looked like he lost a yard, but they gave him credit back up to the line of scrimmage. And here we go. They go quick set.
2nd down. Ball at the 35. Lopez to throw. This one is caught.
Looks like it's going to be a yard short of a first down.
Just about. That was Bryson Brown, the 5'11", 165-pound senior for this Amarillo Golden Sandstorm team. It's been a while since the Cats put together 4 quarters of football and dominated a team. It's too early to speculate now, but it would be nice if they did that. Bobcats blitzing. Throw goes to the left, and that'll be a first down just barely into Bobcat territory around the 48-yard line. Bryson Brown, the senior, on the reception again. That's 2 plays, 2 receptions for Bryson Brown. From Jet Lopez, 200 pounds, 6-foot quarterback. He's only a junior.
Kason Rogers, number 28, running him out of bounds. Looked like that was a little run RPO option there.
Cooper Manning is on this team. He's wide to the right, along with Oliver Parsons. Lopez throws. They got a man wide open, and the Sandies come right back. A sandstorm of offense All of a sudden, complete across the middle around the 15, and that's a touchdown for Amarillo, an Alpha Paving touchdown. The extra point will put them back within 7 if they can get it. And like we said, Central has done this multiple times. Something good happens, then all of a sudden, defense playing good, boom, big play, quick score.
Yeah, it was 6:49. They take it, and that's what they did. They, Coach Smith talked about that. You bring them, you run it, and you throw the rock over the top, and that's exactly what they did. That was almost blocked.
On the touchdown reception, Oliver Parsons, the junior wide receiver, they expect a lot out of him this season. He's got himself a touchdown. He was wide open, too. 14-7, 6:23 to go in the first. We'll see if the Cats can answer right after this. You're watching San Angelo Central Bobcats football on Concho Sports Network, presented by First Community Federal Credit Union.
With great low rates on new, used, and refinance autos, we can save you money. First Community has great payment options and low prices for GAP, extended warranty, and credit life insurance, so we can make your payment fit your budget. Contact First Community for your auto financing needs.
At Schertz Landscape, we care about the quality of trees that you put in your landscape. Therefore, we grow our trees here locally in the Concho Valley. As a certified arborist, I not only care about the quality of your tree being planted, but I am also qualified as a tree risk assessor. I can evaluate the health of an older tree or the risk that it may have to you and your property. Come see us at Schertz Landscape, where we care about the quality of your trees.
Welcome back to Amarillo. You're watching San Angelo Central Bobcats football on Concho Sports Network, presented by First Community Federal Credit Union. It's 14-7, 6:42 to go in the first. The Bobcats score on their 2 opening possessions. Squeaky to Jimmy. We'll hear that a lot this season, I have a feeling. They were up 14-0, but the Sandies got back into the groove, and they just scored on a Lopez to Bryson Brown touchdown strike. A 48-yard touchdown strike, caught inside the 20. The return team,
look at this.
Jimmy Edwards, Cameron Mayfield, and Jesse Smith.
And do we have a fumble?
I think there's a fumble. And
is that going to be a Sandies ball?
Was Jimmy Edwards on the return?
Yep. That's going to be the D going back on the field.
Well, just like that, Bobcats, we're talking about it's been a while since we've dominated a team, and this is why. Sandy's got a long touchdown pass, and now a fumble, and they get the ball right back.
Nope, no, here we go.
And Bobcats,
on the field.
They need to get out on the field. There looks to be a little bit of confusion as they try to get everybody where they're supposed to be. Lopez fakes the jet sweep. He's going to throw long again. It's overthrown, but Bryson Brown had a step on the coverage, and it could have been the same result as Zayden Norton was a few yards behind him that time. Norton, a senior at 170 pounds, number 1, the cornerback. Second down.
And if the Sandies take this ball in, Coach Smith is going to be fit to be tied. He's not going to be too happy with this. You score twice. You let them score almost, and like we talked about in pregame, you're giving up the big play over the top.
Nose guard Brian Sandoval, joined by Sean Scott and Colton Kent on the defensive line. And there's the handoff. Jet Lopez, the quarterback, actually keeps it, and somebody grabbed him by the jersey and wouldn't let go until the cavalry arrived. Good job by the Bobcat defense. That's Jacob Jackson, who had 3 tackles, solo tackles last week. He is a junior.
And Martin Van Sickle Mason Van Sickle cleaning up the tackle there, number 7.
Mason Van Sickle, linebacker for the Bobcats. It is 3rd down.
Playing that Mike linebacker. He's coming out of the middle.
About 8 yards needed for the first. Rush is in Lopez's face, but he gets the pass off, and it is caught. He'll go down near the 40-yard line. That is not enough for the first down. Oliver Parsons, the receiver that got the ball that time.
It's going to bring up about 4th and a long 3, it looks like.
And they may be going for it. We'll see. They're switching some people in and out.
Well, and that was a screen designed all the way. It was a wide receiver screen. You couldn't see it. He was coming down the line, just set up. Beautiful screen. 5 minutes left in the first quarter.
14-7. Cats lead it. They came out on fire. But the Sandies are starting to find their groove. Fakes the jet sweep. Lopez keeps it, and he will have a first down. Just enough for the first down.
Oh, check that out. They have the digital down and distance marker right there. So you can see it. It's going to be right on the far right of your screen. So you're going to see 2nd and 2 yards. That's very cool to have.
Helps us out a lot.
Yeah, pops that back up. 1st and 10.
It's a 1st and 10 from the 36. 3-man front for the Bobcats. Lopez takes he hands it off, and powering for about 3 or 4 yards inside the 45-yard line. And that is Bryson Brown, the junior.
Going to be 2nd and 7, I believe.
For Amarillo, number 12, Jude Donovan, is a junior at 175 pounds. They expect him to do a lot of blocking to take up some slack that they lost on the offensive line. 6 starters on each side. And there's a man wide open again. Cooper Manning. Cooper Manning. Oh, and he does the crow pose. No, the Karate Kid pose. Wax on, wax off. And there's the lead just about to go away for the Bobcats. And that's a touchdown pass from Jet Lopez to Cooper Manning, the senior wide receiver. And the extra point will tie it up. 3:38 to go in the first.
And they got burned on a blitz there. They were bringing that one of the safeties. He had stepped up and he came on a blitz, and I think that was just a misread on their part.
Yes, it is Cooper Manning. I didn't know he had eligibility left.
Just a couple of years.
Well, quarterback's looking like Arch Manning right now.
A little bit of confusion. Looks like they're going to have to take a timeout.
That's Rhett Ladd, the sophomore kicker. And they will take a timeout here in Amarillo, and the band plays on. 14-13 with the extra point, the tying extra point coming up here in just a second from the Sandies. Remember to check us out on Concho Sports Network on social media, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and at Concho Sports on YouTube. This Amarillo team had a good season last season. 6-6 area finalists. They were 4-2 in their district, which is District 2-5A in Texas Division I. Lost some guys, but Lopez has seen some playing time, and he's playing lights out as of late tonight. Parsons had 6 receiving touchdowns last season. He kind of became a household name, and well, he's picking it right up tonight. He'll be a bigger household name if they pull this out. The extra point is up out of the hold of Parsons, and Rhett Ladd has it and ties the ball game up. It is 14-14 here in the first. We'll see if the Cats can answer after this. You're watching Central Bobcats football on Concho Sports Network, presented by First Community Federal Credit Union.
Great low rates on new, used, and refinance autos. We can save you money. First Community has great payment options and low prices for GAP, extended warranty, and credit life insurance, so we can make your payment fit your budget. Contact First Community for your auto financing needs.
At Schertz Landscape, we care about the quality of trees that you put in your landscape. Therefore, we grow our trees here locally in the Concho Valley. As a certified arborist, I not only care about the quality of your tree being planted, but I am also qualified as a tree risk assessor. I can evaluate the health of an older tree or the risk that it may have to you and your property. Come see us at Schertz Landscape, where we care about the quality of your trees.
Welcome back to Amarillo, Dick Bivens Stadium. You're watching Central Bobcats football on Pixelcast Media's Concho Sports Network, presented by First Community Federal Credit Union. It's a good one. After the big road trip, Bobcats came out on fire and got up 14-0, but the Sandies of Amarillo High have come right back. They had a good quarterback last season, but Jet Lopez, who's just a junior, has thrown 2 touchdown passes on their last 2 possessions to get them back in this ball game after it looked like Central could do no wrong. One thing you can't do is fumble on the kickoff return, and they did that, and the Sandies took advantage and scored, something Bobcats have not done after turnovers this season. Here's the return. 20-25, Jesse Smith across the 30-yard line. Decent return. He's going to be just shy of the 30-yard line where the Bobcats will have the ball.
And that's probably going to be coming back because I think we have a hold. I saw the flag come in. In fact, it hit a player. So there's a flag on the play. Let's see what it is.
That's an Olivas Restoration and Solar penalty. As you can see the sun right in our faces at Dick Bivens Stadium. The visiting team getting to look at the sun.
And the Jeopardy theme is playing.
Well, you know, when that sun is high in the Texas sky, we'll be bucking it to County Fair. Amarillo by morning.
Oh, look at you.
We'll be there.
Look at you.
Yep. It is high in the Texas sky.
Didn't see the signal, but it looks like it may have been a hold, so it's going to set them up at the 15. While we're talking about setting up, if you're a TLCA Eagles fan, you are disappointed. It's 4:28 left in the first quarter. It's Cisco Lobos 35, San Angelo TLCA Eagles nothing. Also, if you're a Lakeview fan, you'll be happy. They are up 14-0 over the Snyder Tigers there at the San Angelo Stadium with 5 minutes left in the first.
Darius Hewitt, the sophomore, is the back by Squeaky. And they hand it off to Hewitt. He'll get a few yards, and somebody put their hands in his face. There's not a flag, but it was Jackson Mustard.
And he was brought down by Zai Okoso.
Well, Mustard kind of popped him in the face mask a little bit after the play was over.
Going to be 2nd and 10.
They'll send 2 wide receivers to the far side. Squeaky from the shotgun. Hewitt is the back. Hands it off to Hewitt, this time coming right side. He did a lot of running, but he could not escape the Sandies defense. He'll get to the 16-yard line. That's all. A gain of a couple on the running play.
It's going to be 2nd and 9.
That was Elijah Allen, on the pass. He has to come out. His helmet came off. So Allen heads to the sideline. 2:31 to go in the first. Tied at 14 here at Dick Bivens Stadium in sunny Amarillo, Texas. Week 2 Texas high school football. Also on Concho Sports, the Wall Hawks are tied with the Brownwood Lions at 7.
Thanks for giving that update.
Squeaky hands it off, and a real hard hit that time on Cameron Mayfield, the senior. I believe it was Austin Sluter, the defensive back junior, that popped him and got a little help as well. So the punting team, the punting unit comes out onto the field for the Bobcats.
Yeah, punting, not a good thing. This is things that drive you crazy as a coach. There's number 43 reporting in late. That's Wyatt Buck. It drives you insane as a coach. All the mental errors.
There's the snap.
And it's blocked.
It's
blocked. Even faked our camera guy out.
It
and
did.
They took it in
scored
for a
on
touchdown.
It. Okay, a defensive lineman scored on us last week, and now on a blocked punt, we get scored on. That is not good, to say the least, and the Sandies take their first lead of the ball game here in the first quarter.
That just was a slow developing. Now, I'm going to tell you, if they keep playing, if we're going to get a block here at some point with 1:30 left in the first quarter. There's a flag on the play.
It was 4th and 7 where the block punt that led to a score happened. It's an Olivas Restoration and Solar flag. Bobcats were up by 14 quickly. Squeaky English has thrown 2 touchdown passes this evening. Hasn't been running as much. I think they're just kind of going to hold back on that and reveal more of that as the season goes on.
You know, we didn't get to talk to Coach Smith on Monday night because everybody was sick. But one thing I wanted to talk to him, and I think we both wanted to ask him, was is that by design that they're starting to not run him as much, or is that by plan that they are not going to have him run until maybe later in the season? Mark Smith's a gambler, and he's not going to show all of his cards second game into the season.
Well, he knows when to hold them, knows when to fold them. Kickoff return team: Jimmy Edwards, Cameron Mayfield, and Jesse Smith. A fumble on a kickoff return by Edwards gave the Sandies the ball. They scored a few plays later. Now on the block punt, they have the lead, 21-14.
Oh, fair catch called. Oh, and here we go. So he's already thrown his flag. Now there comes another flag. He's thrown his hat.
Creed Cavalier started that, number 9 for the Sandies. Just walked up and pushed one of the Bobcat players after the play. Olivas Restoration and Solar penalty. They'll get this sorted out. Getting a little chippy out here in Amarillo way. As our officials
and we
discuss this.
Yeah, and we don't. I'm pretty sure this is probably an Amarillo team being the officials. Don't get the luxury of getting to talk to them before the games. But
sophomore Creed Cavalier with that push. I don't know what else went on, though.
They called a personal foul on us. And it looks like a personal foul on them.
It's going to offset.
Oh, a little bit of confusion there. So he signaled for the fair catch at about the 10. The play was over. Looked like I didn't see the Central player, but I caught the Sandies player. That was number 4, Ekuso.
It was Cameron Mayfield who got the fair catch for the Bobcats.
So they marked it off against. Okay. So
is it going to be offsetting?
It should. You would think that it was offsetting, but still waiting on the second half of the signal. But the penalty is on Amarillo, is what it looks like.
Well, it's upsetting. I know that.
And here we go. The Bobcats are going to set up at the 25.
So last week and one this week, it's 2 defensive touchdowns scored on the Cats, one of them on special teams with that blocked punt.
Okay, yes, it was offsetting. It was a double foul. That's why we're at the 25. So offsetting penalties. But thing is, now those players both have personal fouls. So that could come into play later.
Colton Hill wide to the left. Jesse Smith joins him slot left. There will be 2 receivers on the other side as well. Jimmy Edwards. Squeaky hands it off. Still going. And it's going to take a lot of Sandies to bring him down. Was that John Paul Nombrano? It sure was. His first carry of the night. The senior, 5'7", 165 pounds. He sure has a lot of fight in him at 165 pounds. And number 5 only got 2 yards out of that as about 5 Sandies players are on top of him. Cats on second down. 3 receivers to the wide side of the field. On the other side, we'll have 1. Back standing to the left of Squeaky as Squeaky throws. And it is caught. That's going to be a first down for the Bobcats.
23-yard pickup. And the Bobcats are going to go quick. That was Tyler Hill with the catch. Not Tyler Hill. I'm sorry.
Come on, man.
I'm sorry. That's baby brother. Sorry.
That was Colton Hill.
Colton.
Very dangerous after he catches the ball. They really needed that one. So Hill on the reception. Squeaky pump fakes right, goes left. Got a man on the sidelines. Get the camera on that. And he's going to be out of bounds inside the red zone at the 16-yard line, the Angelo MRI red zone.
30 seconds left in the first quarter.
21-14.
There's a flag on the play. We are coming back. Holding on the Bobcats.
Well, the Cats have shown they can score on this team tonight. Things went south in a hurry as we prepare to wrap up the first quarter of play.
And these are the things that drive you absolutely insane as a coach. You get a good play like that, and you lose it because of a penalty.
Caleb Martinez snapping the ball. Squeaky hands off. There was a little running room, but the hole closed up on the left side very quickly for John Paul Nombrano, who basically went nowhere as Zai Aokuso, the senior linebacker, got to him first, along with Oliver Crinella, just a sophomore lineman for Amarillo.
And that's the end of the first quarter.
Well, a 14-point lead was swept away in a sandstorm. 21-14, Amarillo leads it. We'll be back with the second quarter from Amarillo after this. You're watching Central Bobcats football on Concho Sports Network, presented by First Community Federal Credit Union.
With great low rates on new, used, and refinance autos, we can save you money. First Community has great payment options and low prices for GAP, extended warranty, and credit life insurance, so we can make your payment fit your budget. Contact First Community for your auto financing needs.
At Schertz Landscape, we care about the quality of trees that you put in your landscape. Therefore, we grow our trees here locally in the Concho Valley. As a certified arborist, I not only care about the quality of your tree being planted, but I am also qualified as a tree risk assessor. I can evaluate the health of an older tree or the risk that it may have to you and your property. Come see us at Schertz Landscape, where we care about the quality of your trees.
Provide us with a better price at the time of purchasing your new tires and we'll match it. It's just that simple. Or find a better price within 30 days of your purchase and we'll refund you the difference. Either way, you win.
Mitchell Buick GMC, your hometown dealer.
Pain is...
Welcome back to Amarillo. You're watching Central Bobcats football on Concho Sports Network, presented by First Community Federal Credit Union. I'm Darren Prater. Arlen Ponder is alongside as we begin the second quarter here at Bivens Stadium, home of the Sandies, the Golden Sandstorm of Amarillo, and it's been a score storm for them after the Bobcats took a 14-0 lead. They scored on touchdown passes twice and blocked a punt that was taken for a touchdown to give them their 21 points and 7-point lead for the Bobcats. We'll see if the Cats can come back. Squeaky to Jimmy has been a good combination tonight. Jimmy Edwards with 2 touchdown receptions. Bobcats moving left to right as you see the sun starting to go down in the Amarillo sky. 3 receivers to the right. Throws in the flat. It's caught. Sideline, close to midfield, just short of midfield.
And if you're just joining us, the reason why it's 3rd and 20 or 3rd and 11 now was we got an incredible play downfield, but there was a holding call that took us back.
3rd down and 11. Big 3rd down here with 4 in the flight pattern, 3 to the wide
Got
side.
him to
Somebody
jump, free
moved,
play.
and there's the flag.
And they're not going to let them go forward.
They whistled it dead on the right side of the line. One of the Sandies linemen got a little too excited that time.
Or did we fake ourselves out?
I think it was Zai Aokuso, the senior, number 4.
And let's see. Here we go. Offsides on the defense. Now
It'll be 3rd down and 6 now, so that helps a little bit.
Be 3rd down and 1. Right? There's offside. I'm sorry. Yes, you're right. My bad.
Yeah, I thought it was
My
11
bad.
at first. Elijah Allen comes into the ball game, the 165-pound junior, number 20.
That's smart. Smart on Squeaky's part that he got them to jump. That's mixing up that cadence, mixing up that count a little bit.
Jesse Smith, Jimmy Edwards, or Colton Hill wide to the left. They're going to send Edwards in motion from the bottom to the top. Squeaky fakes the handoff, and here's Squeaky running to the sideline and out of bounds.
Did he get it?
Run out of bounds by Aiden Bailey, the defensive back, a senior for the Sandies.
I think he picked up the first down.
He did.
They're going to go quick. And one thing I was noticing, we talked to Coach Smith. He's talking about doing some bully ball. They want to run that rock. He wants to run it.
And he has an experienced offensive line that can push people around. Of course, they were at a size disadvantage last week. And they have been most of the time at a size disadvantage, the Bobcat offensive line. Doing a good job that time with the protection, but the ball goes right into the hands of one of the Sandies. Interception. Bryson Brown. Well, catching touchdown passes isn't enough. He has to get one on defense and get an interception. That's 2 turnovers tonight. At least this one wasn't taken for a score, but the ball will go right back to Amarillo High on the interception for the Golden Sandstorm. Bryson Brown, the senior.
And we apologize for not having the replays that you could have seen. I think Squeaky had that. He was telegraphing that the whole way because you had 2 defenders that both broke to go back, which would have meant that whoever was down there right there in the about 5 yards off would have been wide open.
So 1st and 10. Ball is inside their own 10-yard line for Amarillo. They won't get him for a loss. He will turn the corner and get just a few more yards before the Bobcat defense closes in on him. Jacob Jackson got to him first. I believe Kaysen Rogers was also
number 28 came up off of that. I was looking for him.
That's Kaysen Rogers. Very excited about Kaysen.
Now watch, it could be that they're lulling us and they're going to hand off, and then they're going to come back over the top so that those safeties suck down.
9-yard needed for the first. Somebody grabbed a hold of him for a second, and now the flag flies as he gets over 5 yards on the carry.
So let's see. Yep, flag.
That's an Oliva's restoration and solar penalty. As Jude Donovan was the ball carrier that time, he's upset.
I believe they got a holding call there.
Yeah, the body language says it's against us from Donovan.
Well, you're supposed to start pointing at the other team. That's what you teach all those offensive linemen. Start pointing at the other team. It's their fault.
He who points is usually the culprit. Guilty dog barks first.
First yeller's the feller.
Hadn't heard that one before. It was a good one. Bobcat defense allowed 2 touchdowns so far tonight. There's a bullet across the middle, and it will hit the turf incomplete, intended for Cooper Manning, who has a touchdown reception tonight.
Jackson Kennedy, number 9, is a sophomore. He's back there playing, looks like he's playing that safety position. Oh, they're calling it a rover position. He's back there playing that rover position, and he had that, I didn't see who the wide receiver was, but he had him lockstep.
Kennedy, a sophomore, 5'9", 170. Got to meet that young man. Great kid, great family. Complete inside the 10, but it won't get them very far. They needed 14, didn't get near that on the pass to Bryson Brown from quarterback Jet Lopez.
And Van Sickle coming in with the hit. Wow, that's the way I like to see a hit.
Van Sickle had 6 solo tackles last week. Jackson had 3. Jake's Wild Bishop had 6 from his outside linebacker position.
4th and 8
And the defense, after the interception, they don't let the Sandies take advantage of it. They don't get past their 10-yard line. Well, a penalty made sure of that, so they will punt from their own end zone.
Speaking of penalty, and we got another one. Who are they going to get? They're going to
leave us restoration and solar penalty.
Oh, they call it delay? Delay against the Sandies.
So that'll back them up 5, and they're still going to be in their own end zone. With 9:47 to go in the half, Bobcats trailing by 7, but the defense did their job. Now the offense needs to regain the magic they had the first couple of drives.
We'll see if the Bobcats come after this.
Kickoff return, Jimmy Edwards, Cameron Mayfield, and Jesse Smith, the return team. Oh, that's scary.
High and ugly. And
a fair catch from Colton Hill, but he brought it under control. He has great hands all around. So the Bobcats get the ball back, and they have excellent field position at the 36-yard line of Amarillo High. Great opportunity here for the Cat offense.
And this is one of those, we talked about it pregame, you have to take advantage. This is where you have to put the ball in the end zone.
4 receivers, 2 to each side for the Bobcats. 3-man front for Amarillo High. Handoff, driven backwards by number 33, Jackson Mustard. And Mustard, at 220 pounds, he's a senior, has a lot of power. Goodness me. Brandon Wright is 285, number 78 on the defense for Amarillo High. They got some big guys.
And what we don't want to see is them run the rock up the middle 3 times. Here, we're going to have to, like I said, do something with this turnover.
2nd down. They'll send the tight end dribbling in motion to the near side. Throw, intercepted. Intercepted on the run, in stride. Zayden Brashears for the Sandies.
But it's coming back. It's an interception, but it's coming back. You've got a player right there with his helmet. He's not playing. That immediately ends his chance of playing. He took off running, I saw. So it's going to be ends his playing time on the field.
Will leave us restoration and solar penalties tonight.
And I don't know what Squeaky saw in that, because it was open probably whenever he saw it, whenever he went to throw it. Squeaky's going to need to calm down a little bit.
Jimmy Edwards, the intended target on that one.
Oh, and he is. Oh, I thought he was putting the flag down. I was going to say, so it's a spot foul then. So, long explanation.
We have a penalty on the play. Play.
Ladies and gentlemen. Okay, he never gave any indication, but I'm going to go out on a limb and say that it was illegal participation.
Against the Golden Sandstorm. And it will be placed just inside the Sandstorm 20-yard line. But nonetheless, they get the ball.
It was a 15-yard penalty.
Handoff, room to run. Can't get him near the 30, and he's out to the 35, just short of the 40, and that is a first down for Jude Donovan, the junior running back. One of the Cats had a chance at him for a second, and he shook the tackle. So a good run from Donovan, and that moves the sticks for the Sandies, who are not wasting any time. Tight end on the right. They give it to Donovan again, looking for somewhere to run. He's grabbed. He'll get an extra 3 yards, despite one of the Bobcats having hands on him.
And too many men on the field.
A leave us restoration and solar penalty.
That's what they're going to get the Bobcats for.
And we do not have a ref mic'd up where we can hear the
illegal substitution on the Bobcats. And that's just taking that time, trying to sub people out. Good job on the Sandies, seeing that was what they were trying to do and going quick up tempo.
21-14, Amarillo leads with this one. Bobcats had a 14-0 lead. 8:15 and counting to go in the first half. They'll go in that same formation, tight end on the right, 2 receivers left. They dump it off to Bryson Brown, and Bryson Brown, hard to bring down inside the 30-yard line for a first down, but there's an Olivas Restoration and Solar flag.
Boy, this is like that arena football game I called earlier this year where every play was a flag. One we called last year where every play was a flag.
Mm-hmm.
They had flags and tissue paper and everything else out there. And the Sandies are walking backwards, so it's obviously on them.
The sun is in the Bobcat fans' face as it goes down in the Amarillo sky. So I can't see, you can't see. What matters can the ref see?
Well, the horses need to see too, so. Yep. Okay, is that your flag? Is that my flag? Is it on them? Is it on us? And there it looks like it's going to be on us.
It's going to be against the Bobcats, as if they needed any more insult to injury after that play. And the Cats are having a hard time making one-on-one tackles, solo tackles. Last week, Van Sickle had 6, as did Jace Wild Bishop. Cats did get a turnover last week. An interception by Zayden Norton, cornerback. On first down.
RPO.
Throwing. One-handed catch. Did it come loose? It did. Oh, that was close. It was number 1 against number 1. Bryson Brown, the intended receiver for the Sandies. Zayden Norton on the coverage for the Bobcats.
And he just threw it up there where the only person that could catch it was his player.
Norton had 2 solo tackles, 4 assists, and a tackle for a loss last week. He had an interception as well. Gabriel Rodriguez is the cornerback on the near side, number 17, for San Angelo Central. And this time they will bury the ball carrier, Trey Warnsley, who I don't believe has had a carry tonight. Got stopped for a loss that time, and the Bobcats get it done on that one.
Well, Warnsley slipped as he was making his cut right there to come across to get the ball from Lopez, and that's what slowed up the play and allowed Bobcats to get in on that play. Sets up 3rd and 13.
David Osborne is in at the Mike linebacker position for the Bobcats.
Ozzy. I know somebody that would be very happy to hear that.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, if she's watching. She was like, she made the comment, man, Dad, I wish somebody would like live stream the game so I could watch it. I went, really? You do? Huh. Wonder who's going to, don't know who could call that for you.
Oscar Herrera is the tackle for the Bobcats. Nose guard Brian Sandoval. We have a timeout on the field. 21-14, 7:10 to go in the half. And Amarillo leads this one. Bobcat fans, want to let you know if you're in the market for a new car or truck, go see the folks at Mitchell Automotive Group. That's Mitchell Toyota on Knickerbocker Road and Mitchell Buick GMC on Sherwood Way. Supporting the Bobcats, Mitchell Automotive Group. Don't forget, coming up on the Pixelcast halftime show, you will see the Bobcats halftime performance in Texans, and we'll discuss how this one has gone so far. It was good for a while, and you can see that the sun is going down in Amarillo.
And I just got a text from that person that I was talking about that said the penalty on the kickoff was he pushed David Osborne. Thank you very much.
Creed Cavalier pushed Ozzy.
Yep. And here we go.
Jack Bivens Stadium.
And that was a Bobcat timeout, by the way.
They fake the handoff to the left. Lopez wants to throw. Got a man open. He's hit.
Did he come down with that? Are you kidding me?
And he did. That's an amazing catch, and he took a hit on top of it. Cooper Manning, and Coop gets it done for a first down, and that is inside the red zone. The Angelo MRI red zone. Nice crowd here on hand. A lot of San Angelo folks made the trip, but a lot of Sandies fans are here tonight at this big Bivens Stadium. They run a reverse. The ball's on the ground. He picks it up on the bounce. This is Bryson Brown. Brown runs right into a Bobcat at the 11-yard line. They had quite a collision.
Gabriel Rodriguez there, number 17.
Rodriguez brought him down, though. Good job by Rodriguez.
And that was a double handoff in the backfield.
Jacob Jackson had a shot at him.
Good job on Rodriguez staying at home. Your inclination is to want to move toward that side. They must have seen that in film somewhere.
Three-man front with Sandoval in the middle. Here come the Cats. They dump it off in the flat. He slips a second, regains his footing, and he'll get inside the 10-yard line. Cooper Manning, again, that was kind of one of those things that looked like, look out for your knee. He is limping. It's one of those things where you see the knee go one way, the foot go the other.
Yep. And Van Sickle came in to put a lick on him. So it's going to be 3rd and goal.
Herrera and Sandoval come out.
I'm sorry, is it 3rd and 1?
Riley Owens is in at tackle.
3rd and 9 is what it looks like. Sorry, I was looking at the down marker over there going, oh, it's 3rd and goal. Timeout, Amarillo.
And we will take a quick timeout with them. Bobcats trail 21-14 here in the second quarter, and we'll be back from Amarillo. You're watching Central Bobcats football from First Community Federal Credit Union.
And finance autos, we can save you money. First Community has great payment options and low prices for GAP, extended warranty, and credit life insurance, so we can make your payment fit your budget. Contact First Community for your auto financing needs.
At Schertz Landscape, we care about the quality of trees that you put in your landscape. Therefore, we grow our trees here locally in the Concho Valley. As a certified arborist, I not only care about the quality of your tree being planted, but I am also qualified as a tree risk assessor. I can evaluate the health of an older tree or the risk that it may have to you and your property. Come see us at Schertz Landscape, where we care about the quality of your trees.
Just over 5 minutes to go in the half. Amarillo leads Central 21-14 here in Amarillo, game 2. Cooper Manning on the short pass inside the 10, gets inside the 5. It's going to be a 1st and goal, I believe.
Sean Scott, the D lineman, number 38, stopped that from going in the end zone.
In the Angelo MRI red zone.
It's going to be 4th and 1.
7-point lead for the Sandies, and they're looking to increase that. They had a rough time of it early as the Bobcats were on fire, but a fumble on a kickoff, a block punt that resulted in a touchdown, and things fell apart for the Bobcats in the first quarter. Still 5 minutes. It'd be a nice stop if they could get this done.
And I apologize. It is 1st and 2.
They'll send Bryson Brown in motion. Fighting for yards. They're not going to get him, and he will cross the goal line. Jet Lopez, the quarterback, all 200 pounds of him. An Alpha Paving touchdown, and the Sandies increase their lead to 13 with just over 5 minutes to go in the first quarter. Touchdown, Amarillo. An Alpha Paving touchdown, and that was a tough run from Jet Lopez. You know, he got to play some last season, and he has really done well tonight. A couple of touchdown passes. And now the extra point from Rhett Ladd, the sophomore, out of the hold of Oliver Parsons to go up by 7. Kick is on the way. 'Tis good. 28-14. Amarillo, the Golden Sandstorm, have been a golden score storm lately, and they're up by 14 on your Bobcats. Still time for the Cats to do something. We'll be back with the Schertz Landscape Company kickoff after this. You're watching the Central Bobcats live on Concho Sports Network, presented by First Community Federal Credit Union.
With great low rates on new, used, and refinance autos, we can save you money. First Community has great payment options and low prices for GAP, extended warranty, and credit life insurance, so we can make your payment fit your budget. Contact First Community for your auto financing needs.
At Schertz Landscape, we care about the quality of trees that you put in your landscape. Therefore, we grow our trees here locally in the Concho Valley. As a certified arborist, I not only care about the quality of your tree being planted, but I am also qualified as a tree risk assessor. I can evaluate the health of an older tree or the risk that it may have to you and your property. Come see us at Schertz Landscape, where we care about the quality of your trees.
Provide us with a better price at the time of purchasing your new tires and we'll match it. It's just that simple. Or find a better price within 30 days of your purchase and we'll refund you the difference. Either way, you win.
Mitchell Buick GMC, your hometown dealer.
Pain is never planned and recovery time is never convenient. But the last thing you want to do is wait for answers. At Angelo MRI,
Welcome back to Amarillo. You're watching the Central Bobcats. Here's the Schertz Landscape Company kickoff, and Jimmy Edwards has the return, and a nice one. Past the 45-yard line, he will be down at midfield on the return. Jimmy Edwards with 2 touchdown receptions tonight, and that was a nice return on the Schertz Landscape Company kickoff. You're watching Central Bobcats football live on Concho Sports Network. Presented by First Community Federal Credit Union. What up?
Right down here, there's a flag on the play.
Dope.
Imagine that.
Well, leave us restoration and solar penalty. Let's see.
But it's on the Sandies.
What up?
Looks like it's on the Sandies. At least he motioned that it was on the Sandies. Going to be offsides.
And that's going to put the ball just past the 46-yard line. First down for the Bobcats, trailing by 14 against Amarillo. The Golden Sandstorm with 4:03 to go in the first half. Cats have 1 timeout left in the half. Sandies have 2. Squeaky and company back out on the field.
And the Sandies have taken 2 of our interceptions and taken it down and scored on it. So they've capitalized on our mistakes. We just can't seem to capitalize on their mistakes.
Darius Hewitt, the sophomore, on the short run there, the short gain for the Bobcats. Hewitt had 14 carries, 52 yards last week. Elijah Allen had 94 yards. On the ground, the running backs for the Bobcats. Jesse Smith is wide to the right in the slot. Jimmy Edwards, number 18, look out for him. He's wide at the bottom of your screen. Squeaky, pressure coming. Throws and it's caught. 35. Tripped up. He tripped, I think he ran into
Junior.
I think he ran into Junior there for a
second.
second.
Fell, and he, there's no moving around Junior. He's a big old boy.
Part of this very experienced offensive line, 3-year starter. He can get the job done. Caleb Martinez also out there, number 74, a senior at 225. Very familiar on playing with each other.
And a penalty against the Bobcats again. Oh, what is this one? Whoo, this is a big one. 10. 15. Yeah, and the penalties are killing us. And speaking of penalties, and hold on, we'll go right after this play.
3 receivers to the right: Jesse Smith, Jimmy Edwards, and Colton Hill. Wide to the wide side, the bottom of your screen. On second down, Edwards in motion. Squeaky hands off, and he's hit at the 40-yard line, driven backwards. His forward motion will stop just about there. And David Herrera, the senior linebacker for the Sandies, is having a friendly discussion with Elijah Allen, the ball carrier.
And Elijah Allen needs to hand that ball back and get back in that huddle. We don't need any more penalties. They can talk all the smack they want to. Let's come and let's take care of business.
Coach Smith wants savages during the play and cool heads after the play. But the Sandies are testing them tonight. They're testing that. They've been pretty chippy. Again, 3 receivers to the bottom side. With the trips, Elijah Allen, the junior, stays in as Squeaky. Play action fake. Pressure coming. Squeaky has to run. Has a little bit of room. Midfield. And he goes out of bounds with a little help from Bryson Brown.
Hey, and guess what? It was a play without a penalty.
Happy day.
Minute 56 left in the first half.
Bivens Stadium. I like those stairs in that ramp. That looks cool.
So, halftime, Cisco Lobos 55, TLCA Eagles 0. Halftime, Brownwood Lions 7, Wall Hawks 7.
That's a good game for a 3A top 10 matchup on Concho Sports Network. You can watch that one as well.
Halftime, 14-14, Snyder Tigers, Lakeview Chiefs.
You can watch that one as well on Concho Sports Network. Cason Rogers, the punter, taking on the bounce, and the
Bryson
Sandies.
Sanders forced him out of bounds. So we'll see what the Sandies do here with probably about a minute 50 left. One timeout, I believe, is all they have left. Yes, one timeout. 147.
Offensive line for the Sandies. The Golden Sandstorm, John Risner, Jerry Shaw, the tackles, Springer, and Landry Springer, Brandon Wright, the guards. Dane McClure snaps the ball to Jet Lopez. Trey Wormsley, Bryson Brown, Oliver Parsons, Cooper Manning, their receivers. They'll send Bryson Brown in motion, and he will get the ball carry. 30, and drug down from behind that time after a decent gain for the Sandies. That was Mason Van Sickle, the junior, who got that tackle.
Young defense. We have a very, very young defense. We've got juniors and sophomores on that defense and little mixture of some seniors peppered in there.
Parsons had 486 yards, 6 receiving touchdowns last season, and there again was a little slip for the ball carrier, Trey Wormsley.
Jackson Kennedy, number 9, brings him down.
I hate to see that because that's where they stop and the knee kind of bows out a little bit. We've seen that from 2 different players, and you kind of cringe when you see that because it could lead to a pretty bad injury. But he all right. He all right. Logan Jackson wide to the right, wide side, 2 to the near side. As Jet Lopez sends a man in motion, that's Parsons. Cat's coming from the outside. Overthrown and incomplete. Pass intended for Trey Wormsley.
Yeah, and Norton, number 1, had a chance there at the ball. That would have changed up some momentum.
Zayden Norton.
52 seconds left in the first half.
Cason Rogers, Jackson Kennedy, the safeties for the Bobcats with 52 seconds to go. Yeah. Second down and 10. Mason Van Sickle, 6 tackles, solo tackles last week, and Van Sickle will after the reception, will grab a hold of Logan Jackson with the bear hug and bring him down, but not after they believe they got the first down.
He just found that soft spot in the zone and just sat down right there in it. Good job by Lopez finding him sitting there.
Luis Aniel Garcia, number 33, is out there on defense.
Timeout Central. They'll use their second timeout.
Well, a good start for the Bobcats, now trailing by 14, and this is a cringy kind of moment with under a minute to play because you don't want Amarillo to score again. And they are in Bobcat territory. Each have one timeout left. Want to remind everybody, Concho Sports Network, you want to watch all of our games on your TV live in high definition? Just install the Concho Sports Network Roku or Amazon Fire TV apps. Easy to install. You can get them now on either device just by searching Concho Sports on Roku or your Fire TV, and check it out for the best viewing experience.
And they've put 2 seconds back on the clock. Thought it was at 30 earlier.
1st and 10 from the 36-yard line. Sandies have proven they can get a man open and get the ball to him.
Nice crowd.
Bobcat fans travel well, and Sandies, they have a good following as well. Been around for quite a while. Area finalists last season at 6-6 under Coach Chad Dunham. He said they want to play quick. He said even with some new guys, new quarterback, they are able to play quick, and they've done that tonight. Here's the throw. Lopez overthrows Bryson Brown. Incomplete and out the back of the end zone.
Rogers with the coverage on that man coverage. You saw trips to the left. Nobody had came over, so that manned up. 27 seconds left.
Interception last week for Zayden Norton. Jaden Torres-Jackson, the near cornerback, throwing that way, and it's incomplete. And
that was just miscommunication completely. Parsons went one way, and Lopez thought he was going to go the other.
A little off the mark. Kason Rogers on the coverage that time as well. 23 seconds. It's 3rd down.
You know, I see that AISD and I see the colors, and I'm thinking, oh, are we playing the Eagles again? Playing Abilene High again?
Torres-Jackson out there again to the near side on the coverage, and they hand it off. 1 missed tackle, 2 missed tackles. They have to bring him down from behind. And finally they do, but not after a nice gain on the play.
Sandies will go quick, and they spike it with, what do we have, about, what's the time?
It's under 30 seconds.
And this year, as you go through as we go through the whole season, you're going to see that we actually on road games will have a clock that lights up down at the bottom. We're going to have a camera on the clock. We're having so many technical difficulties that couldn't get that clock running. Work with us. We're a work in progress.
Lopez wants to throw. 1-on-1, and it's too high. Incomplete. Oliver Parsons, the intended receiver, and good coverage on the play as well for the Bobcats.
5 seconds left on the clock.
Jacob Jackson.
7 seconds, sorry.
The junior. Clock stopped. Got some good underclassmen on this defense for the Cats. This is 3rd down.
A lot of substitution going on. I think that's some of what's going on. We're switching linemen in and out. We're running defensive players in and out.
Parsons in motion to the near side. That makes 3 receivers. Lopez going to throw again. Incomplete! And one of the Bobcats may have gotten a hand on that. Zayden Norton. Tight coverage on the play. And that's going to bring up 4th down. They want a flag. They're not going to get it.
Yeah, and that was close to, but both players have the right to the ball.
I will say that Jet Lopez has been a little off on the passes lately.
Sandies will take their final timeout with 4 seconds left in the first half.
Bobcats trailing by 14. They scored 14 points quickly, went up 14-0, and hopefully they can do that in the second half. Turnovers have hurt them. Big plays, and, of course, a blocked punt. Special teams breakdowns. Cannot have that happen. And there are the Cat cheerleaders. There are a whole bunch of them.
There's a whole gaggle of them, huh?
Mm-hmm. They're not doing any of my favorite old, my old cheers. They got our ball, so let's take it away. They got our ball, so let's take it away.
Were you a cheerleader in high school?
Well, no, I was a cheerleader supporter, a fan.
Yeah.
Every now and then one of them would talk to me. Rarely. Man. Yeah, at my school we had a male cheerleader who went on to be a hairstylist in New York. He did Prince's hair, Beyonce's hair. No kidding. Like he touched those people.
Hey, speaking of your Dublin lines.
I don't think I want to hear it. Oh, the ball's on the ground on the snap. As they were preparing for the field goal from Rhett Ladd, Oliver Parsons couldn't bring it under control. Sandies.
Wait a second. Are they going to let...
Did they blow the whistle first?
False start.
Offense.
On the Sandies. They'll decline that penalty.
And so the field goal attempt not going to happen with 4 seconds.
They should decline that penalty.
What were you saying about Dublin?
Your Dublin Lions getting eaten up by those Millsap Bulldogs at halftime, 28-6. They're in Bulldog land. Hard to believe Millsap is the same size as Dublin. I can remember whenever they were little 6-man. So they'll bring out a quarterback. Right. And this is just going to be a Hail Mary down the field.
2 seconds, 1 second, firing end zone. Got a man, and it is caught.
Are you kidding me?
An Alpha Paving touchdown as time runs out. Oliver Parsons, you've got to account for that guy. And I thought the Bobcat defender was going to get a hand on it to tip it, but it was just over his head. He went up as high as he could. Now flags. Doggone it.
Well, and I think it's going to be a post-possession foul. Or, I'm sorry, post-touchdown foul.
Well.
Did you do it? Did you see it? I saw it. Yep. Okay, good. Yep, we good?
I think there was some chippiness going on.
Yeah, I think it's getting chippy.
Some guys were running hot.
And here we go.
That's going to be all right.
Come on over. We're going to have a discussion.
They're going to have a discussion with Coach Dunham.
No signal. No signal.
Oliver Parsons, a household name among Amarillo fans.
Dead ball. Personal foul. Central. It's going to put the ball... So they're going to take it on the kickoff maybe, if there is a kickoff.
Bobcats need to get everybody set. The extra point from Rhett Ladd.
And imagine that. There's another flag on the play. This is... Well, they're going to have to go get new flags after this game because theirs are worn out.
I'll leave us Restoration and Solar. Yeah, I got to say, this team is picked third in the district, this Sandies team, 2-5A Division I. Of course, Abilene High expected to be atop the district with Tascosa second. Let me tell you what, I don't know. I think they could beat Abilene if they play like this.
And they're just going to let it go to halftime.
What are your thoughts on that? I think they can play with Abilene.
I think they could probably play, but personal foul.
Oh, boy.
On Central again. And that will be they'll go to halftime.
Got to get that under control. That's what, 3 personal fouls in the half for the Bobcats?
It's more than that. I stopped counting, actually.
Coach Smith is probably fit to be tied. You know, like Dr. Phil says, don't you get your hackles up and get on your hind legs with me now.
Well, and we've got to get those mistakes taken care of. As we go into halftime, got to get those mistakes taken care of. And Coach Smith is not going to be happy.
And the Bobcats go to regroup. They trail 35-14 at the half. A 14-point lead went away, and the Sandies got hot on offense, but they had a lot of help with turnovers, including an offensive touchdown on the punt block on special teams. 35-14, Amarillo leads this one at the half. We'll have your Pixelcast Media halftime show coming up. You'll see the band performance for the Bobcats and the Texans, and we'll discuss this one and your Medical Arts Pharmacy prescription for success if the Bobcats can get back into this one in the second half.
And I'm going to apologize ahead of time. You are going to see the performance. You will not hear it.
Oh, come on.
So because our technical difficulties have taken that mic out, so you're not going to hear it. If you do, you're lucky. So we apologize in advance.
Oh, boy, last week the Abilene fans said they didn't like playing the quiet game at halftime. We apologize. You're watching Central Bobcats football on Concho Sports Network, presented by First Community Federal Credit Union.
With great low rates on new, used, and refinance autos, we can save you money. First Community has great payment options and low prices for GAP, extended warranty, and credit life insurance, so we can make your payment fit your budget. Contact First Community for your auto financing needs.
At Schertz Landscape, we care about the quality of trees that you put in your landscape. Therefore, we grow our trees here locally in the Concho Valley. As a certified arborist, I not only care about the quality of your tree being planted, but I am also qualified as a tree risk assessor. I can evaluate the health of an older tree or the risk that it may have to you and your property. Come see us at Schertz Landscape, where we care about the quality of your trees.
Provide us with a better price at the time of purchasing your new tires and we'll match it. It's just that simple. Or find a better price within 30 days of your purchase and we'll refund you the difference. Either way, you win.
Mitchell Buick GMC, your hometown dealer.
Pain is never planned and recovery time is never convenient. But the last thing you want to do is wait for answers. At Angelo MRI, you are more than a number. We can get you results within 24 hours at a price you can afford. So when you need to get back into the game fast, tell your doctor you want to go to Angelo MRI. We hope you don't need us this season. But in case you do, remember, it's your health, your choice, your MRI.
Since 1957, Medical Arts Pharmacy has been your neighborhood professionals, welcoming you when you come in and delivering when you can't. Through all the advancements in medicine, therapies, and equipment, Medical Arts has grown with you to make sure your family has the very latest in care. Today, we can offer you immunizations, all of your medicines in special multi-dose packaging, and compounding right here in your neighborhood pharmacy, where some things have changed with the times, but the best things never will. Medical Arts Pharmacy.
When having a truck is essential, you should drive a Tundra from Mitchell Toyota. A Toyota Tundra is a formidable combination of power, space, and technology. Plus, it's a great-looking truck. Mitchell Toyota, where we put the deal back in dealership.
Would you like a time-lapse of your construction project? David Bell Photography and Drone Services. Need to check your roof for hail damage but don't want to climb up that rickety ladder? Perhaps you're selling property. We also cover sports and weddings. David Bell Photography and Drone Services.
At VGI Technology, our mission is to connect and protect our communities using innovative technologies while providing an exceptional customer experience. Everyone on our team took part in creating this mission statement, and everyone on our team is committed to stand by every word. So for your home and office internet, security, cameras, and smart technology, call on your neighbors at locally owned VGI. VGI, to connect and protect.
With great low rates on new, used, and refinance autos, we can save you money. First Community has great payment options and low prices for GAP, extended warranty, and credit life insurance, so we can make your payment fit your budget. Contact First Community for your auto financing needs.
At Schertz Landscape, we care about the quality of trees that you put in your landscape. Therefore, we grow our trees here locally in the Concho Valley. As a certified arborist, I not only care about the quality of your tree being planted, but I am also qualified as a tree risk assessor. I can evaluate the health of an older tree or the risk that it may have to you and your property. Come see us at Schertz Landscape, where we care about the quality of your trees.
Provide us with a better price at the time of purchasing your new tires and we'll match it. It's just that simple. Or find a better price within 30 days of your purchase and we'll refund you the difference. Either way, you win.
Mitchell Buick GMC, your hometown dealer.
Pain is never planned and recovery time is never convenient. But the last thing you want to do is wait for answers. At Angelo MRI, you are more than a number. We can get you results within 24 hours at a price you can afford. So when you need to get back into the game fast, tell your doctor you want to go to Angelo MRI. We hope you don't need us this season. But in case you do, remember, it's your health, your choice, your MRI.
Since 1957, Medical Arts Pharmacy has been your neighborhood professionals, welcoming you when you come in and delivering when you can't. Through all the advancements in medicine, therapies, and equipment, Medical Arts has grown with you to make sure your family has the very latest in care. Today, we can offer you immunizations, all of your medicines in special multi-dose packaging, and compounding right here in your neighborhood pharmacy, where some things have changed with the times, but the best things never will. Medical Arts Pharmacy.
When having a truck is essential, you should drive a Tundra from Mitchell Toyota. A Toyota Tundra is a formidable combination of power, space, and technology. Plus, it's a great-looking truck. Mitchell Toyota, where we put the deal back in dealership.
Would you like a time-lapse of your construction project? Damon Bell Photography and Drone Services. Need to check your roof for hail damage but don't want to climb up that rickety ladder? Perhaps you're selling property. We also cover sports and weddings. Damon Bell Photography and Drone Services.
At VGI Technology, our mission is to connect and protect our communities using innovative technologies while providing an exceptional customer experience. Everyone on our team took part in creating this mission statement, and everyone on our team is committed to stand by every word. So for your home and office internet, security, cameras, and smart technology, call on your neighbors at locally owned VGI. VGI, to connect and protect.
With great low rates on new, used, and refinance autos, we can save you money. First Community has great payment options and low prices for GAP, extended warranty, and credit life insurance, so we can make your payment fit your budget. Contact First Community for your auto financing needs.
At Schertz Landscape, we care about the quality of trees that you put in your landscape. Therefore, we grow our trees here locally in the Concho Valley. As a certified arborist, I not only care about the quality of your tree being planted, but I am also qualified as a tree risk assessor. I can evaluate the health of an older tree or the risk that it may have to you and your property. Come see us at Schertz Landscape, where we care about the quality of your trees.
Provide us with a better price at the time of purchasing your new tires and we'll match it. It's just that simple. Or find a better price within 30 days of your purchase and we'll refund you the difference. Either way, you win.
Mitchell Buick GMC, your hometown dealer.
Pain is never planned and recovery time is never convenient. But the last thing you want to do is wait for answers. At Angelo MRI, you are more than a number. We can get you results within 24 hours at a price you can afford. So when you need to get back into the game fast, tell your doctor you want to go to Angelo MRI. We hope you don't need us this season. But in case you do, remember, it's your health, your choice, your MRI.
Since 1957, Medical Arts Pharmacy has been your neighborhood professionals, welcoming you when you come in and delivering when you can't. Through all the advancements in medicine, therapies, and equipment, Medical Arts has grown with you to make sure your family has the very latest in care. Today, we can offer you immunizations, all of your medicines in special multi-dose packaging, and compounding right here in your neighborhood pharmacy, where some things have changed with the times, but the best things never will. Medical Arts Pharmacy.
When having a truck is essential,
Get on there and hum Autumn Leaves. Get on there and George, you have to go to town. Amarillo, thank you for your patience with frustrating technical difficulties tonight, but we'll power through. Thanks for joining us. You're watching Central Bobcats football on Concho Sports Network, presented by First Community Federal Credit Union. Bobcats trail 35-14 to an Amarillo Golden Sandstorm team that didn't get to finish their opening season game against Odessa, not due to a sandstorm, but some inclement weather. But they have proven that they are a good team, picked third in district. They can play with Abilene High, who is predicted to win that district in 5A. But the Bobcats started off this thing with a stop. They deferred to the second half, so they will get the opening kickoff the second half. Jimmy Edwards with 9:12 to go in the first on a pass from Squeaky English to open up the scoring, and it was Squeaky to Jimmy Edwards again. And the extra points put the Bobcats up 14-0. So a nice start on offense for the Cats, leading 14-0. But then the Sandies settled down, and quarterback Jet Lopez, who has playing time, but he wasn't starter last year, Jet Lopez threw a touchdown pass to a wide-open Parsons, Oliver Parsons, who's, from what I understand, is pretty popular among Amarillo fans. He is a returning starter. In the extra point, 14-7. Lopez hit Cooper Manning for a touchdown, and they tied the game with the extra point, 14-14. And then a blocked punt was returned for a touchdown. The Bobcats on the punt, special teams breakdown, got it blocked, and Amarillo took advantage and ran it to the end zone for a touchdown, which gave them their first lead of the game. They would go up 28-14. And as they got ready for a field goal, there was a false start that backed them up. They forgot about doing the the field goal. They just scored a touchdown after a good defensive stand from the Bobcats, a throw to the end zone, and a nice catch. The ball went right over the Bobcat defender, and another touchdown. I believe it was Bryson Brown that got that one. We're at 35-14, and that's the deficit that the Bobcats are going to have to overcome. 21 points as we get ready to start the second half. I'm Darren Prater. Arlen Ponder is alongside. Arlen, what's your medical arts pharmacy prescription for success for the Cats if they're to get back in this?
If they're to get back in this game, one, they've got to stop the penalties. That we laughed and we're watching another game here at the same time, and we're laughing about, they finally ran a play without a flag. But it's not just on the Bobcats side; it's also on the Sandies side. Emotions are getting in the way. People are getting after each other. The Bobcats are going to have to get away from the flags. They're going to have to get away from the mental mistakes. That last touchdown was he had him covered, and just, I believe it was Norton had him in the end zone and just set his feet and didn't keep his feet moving. Got to play from whistle to whistle, from horn to horn, and that's what they're going to have to do. If they intend to get back in this game, they're going to have to, the same ones that I said in the beginning of the game, they're going to have to avoid the turnovers. They're going to have to avoid the penalties. They're going to have to take advantage of the mistakes. Sandies have taken advantage of our mistakes. Squeaky's thrown 2 interceptions that I can think of. I think he's thrown 3 tonight. They've turned it over 2 or 3 times, and they have taken it into the end zone. We have not been able to convert that into points. You got to turn that into points. One thing that one of our friends pointed out was it's a long drive to Amarillo. It's
6 hours.
6 hours, probably 7 by the time you count the break. You're going to stop, let them out, and let them relax so that their legs don't turn into rubber. So you're going to have to figure this out. Now, you're seeing that we're lining up. So they are going to line up and kick off from the 30. So that's how many, 2 unsportsmanlike penalties that they got?
Yeah.
So basically, Central, starting off the half, shot themselves in the foot.
Too many of the personal fouls, and that's going to keep them from really having a chance at returning this.
Well, if anything, I try an onside right here.
Why not? They do. High bounce. Who's got it? I think the Sandies may have this thing, Arlen. They do.
Sandies have it.
Special teams.
You know that's coming. You know that they're down on their own 30-yard line kicking off.
So a block punt, a fumble on a kickoff return, and now the onside kick. The Sandies, that's going to give them a whole lot of momentum. I was going to say Squeaky has thrown 2 touchdowns tonight, and Bobcats could get right back in this one, but this like last week, a defensive lineman scoring a touchdown for Abilene.
Yeah, and that goes back to playing whistle to whistle and being prepared. Right now, Bobcats look just totally disheveled. They look like they've made a 6.5-hour bus ride.
Here they go. Need to get a stop here. Turnover would be nice as Jet Lopez throws to the end zone. Caught. That's an Alpha Paving touchdown. Just like that, it took all of one offensive play. Austin Schluter, the 5'11", 170-pound junior, on the catch off the pass from Jet Lopez. And I believe Jet Lopez is doing just fine in his role as starting quarterback for Amarillo. Extra point to put him up by 28. This is Rhett Ladd.
And I was going to say earlier, I think there's a good possibility we could get a block.
Parsons to hold. And Rhett Ladd.
Imagine that. There's a flag.
Levis Restoration and Solar. Hey, getting their money's worth tonight. Penalty.
Yep. Let's see what the flag is. And I'm probably going to guess it was offsides. If I was a guessing man.
It is 45-14. An onside kick to start the second half. Only 8 seconds have gone off the clock. Goodness me. We'll see if the Bobcats can do something. Not turning it over would be a good move. We'll go ahead and keep it here. Well, yeah, they're lining up for the Shirts Landscape Company.
It's 42.
Kickoff.
42.
I'm sorry, 42. Dang.
Don't give us any more. Give them any more points than they already probably going to get.
That's what I get for just looking at the screen and not
That's
doing
all right.
the math.
I was doing the math here on my sheet, and you can see down here. Look, you can see the defensive lined up down here. They're all on the defensive side here of the bench, getting a talking to.
Edwards Mayfield and Jesse Smith await the Shirts Landscape Company kickoff from Rhett Ladd. Sandies and the Shirts Landscape Company kickoff will be returned. Sideline. 40-yard line to the 44. Nice return for the Bobcats. Gives them some good field position, and that is something positive. Jimmy Edwards caught a couple of touchdown passes tonight and a good return. He's had several good returns despite the one fumble on a return.
Brought down by number 21, David Herrera, I think is who that brought him down.
Bobcats looked like they were really coming into their own, hitting their stride up 14-0, and then it became problematic. I won't say Keystone Cop's problematic, but at times not good.
Well, and we go back to penalties. We go back to the simple mistakes, the blown coverages.
4 in the flight pattern. Squeaky English, the quarterback, thrown for 2 touchdowns this evening. That's 5 on the season.
One thing that we haven't seen tonight, as we see number 81 go in motion, we have not seen them go to the tight end.
And they did last week. Stribling did Kasner Stribling, 65 yards, 3 receptions last week.
And Junior comes out of the bottom of that pile holding his helmet, so he has to go off for a play. So who's going to come in and take his spot?
Junior has been the rock on this offensive line. Did not allow a sack at all on his side.
Number 58, Jaron Diaz. Looks like he's next on the depth chart.
Colomafani Jr. out. Diaz in, 3 receivers. Jimmy Edwards at the bottom of your screen. Kasner Stribling. is on the other side of those receivers. And they hand it off. It goes not far, maybe a yard on the run as Junior comes back into the game for the Bobcats. Elijah Allen was the ball carrier.
3rd and 6. That's what it's going to be. And while we've got this short break, the misery is over out there in old Lakeview Stadium with the Central Cisco Lobos 62, TLCA Eagles 8 final. Chiefs 21. Golly, I want to say
Snyder.
Snyder.
Nice hold to run through off right guard. 40-yard line, inside the 40-yard line. Looks like a Bobcat first down.
Lakeview Chiefs 21, Snyder Tigers 20, 5:28 left in the third. Ballinger Bearcats 21, Christopher Cougars nothing, 52 seconds left in the fourth.
First down Bobcats. That was Elijah Allen on the run for the Cats.
And we're going to get a false start, I believe.
Israel Martinez, number 72, is in on the offensive line at tackle.
Oh. And I asked one of my official friends why they're calling this delay a game, and he didn't seem to understand either, but we see the delay a game again. I think that's what they're calling this year. Instead of the legal procedure, it's going to be called a delay a game. And if you're a Wall Hawks fan, starting the fourth quarter, it is 7-7 out in Wall against the Brownwood Lions.
And live on Concho Sports Network. 3-man front for the Sandies. Throwing short. Pops up in the air shortly, but he brings it under control to the 30 inside the 25-yard line. That'll be another first down for the Bobcats, thanks to Jimmy Edwards.
And I think this is what Central got away from early in the game, was those short passes, those little outs, the little curls to the tight end. And you see now they go into a spread formation.
Squeaky sends a man in motion. That's Kasner Stribling. Play action looking. Pressure coming. Squeaky avoids it. He's going to run inside the 20. Sideline. One of the Sandies' helmet came off as Squeaky crosses the 20.
And there's a penalty on the play.
It'll leave us restoration and solar penalty.
Going to be another illegal participation. Personal foul, hands to the face against Central.
That's, what, 4 personal fouls?
Or
more?
I stopped counting at 6. Of course, I don't know. But another, not really a smart mistake. And that could have just been something as simple as got his hand up in the face and couldn't get it out.
First down. Cats look to the sideline.
A little bit of confusion.
And they stop the action. There's a timeout.
Delay a game.
Oh, no.
And this seems to be systemic with Central. They get something good going, shoot themselves in the foot, shoot themselves in the foot again. They just look totally out of whack tonight.
Didn't start out that way, though. If they score here, get a stop, march down there, get a score again, okay, they're back in a position where they can get back into this, have a chance at winning it. Squeaky under pressure. Looking, has to throw it to the sideline, incomplete.
Very smart play there.
The offensive line seemed to have them blocked and then kind of gave up on blocking anybody.
Yeah, number 72 there. Who is that?
That's Israel Martinez, the right tackle.
Yeah, he had somebody blocked, and then it looked like he was scared to turn around and pick up that block.
I think he may have lost him there for a second. 4 receivers.
So this has got to be second down in Lubbock here.
Jimmy Edwards and Stribling wide to the right. Throwing, and it hits the turf before it gets to the intended receiver, Jesse Smith, the sophomore. It's going to bring up third down.
Bad snap. You know, there's some games that you coach in and you play in that you just want to just get back on the bus.
Well, I don't think we're there yet. There's plenty of time. Bobcats have a decent drive going. They can score, get a stop, score. Okay.
You're right.
I mean, it's doable.
It's mistake-free football. Taking a lot of time here.
What we need is Sneaky to turn on the jets and run one in. Throwing, intercepted, another pick. He was trying to get Jesse, and it was underthrown a little bit. And the interception by Zaylen Brashears, and he's still going. Finally gets knocked out of bounds by Jesse Smith, who didn't give up on things and ran him down. So another pick.
Oh, and another penalty.
I'll leave us restoration and solar penalty.
And that's going to be on us. It was a late hit out of bounds. I think they were going to let that slide. But then it looked like there was some jawing going on back and forth.
We don't want things to go from bad to worse.
8:37 left. I believe we have an injured player also. That's not our camera. Those are Sandies fans there waving.
Sitting with a San Angelo fan.
Look at that.
And getting along quite well with 8:37 to go in the third quarter. It's third down and 30. And there's that
golden sandstorm.
Golden sandstorm for the Amarillo Sandies.
Well, while we're also taking this little break, San Angelo Grape Creek 14, Reagan County Owls 28. Just starting the fourth quarter out there in Grape Creek. Stephenville Yellow Jackets 59, Everman Bulldogs 14. 11:57 in the fourth quarter.
For some reason, I thought they already played Everman. Anywho.
So Hamilton Bulldogs 34, Early Longhorns 7. That says the first quarter. I don't know that that's accurate. Unless they had a rain delay or something there in early. Still 28-6, Millsap over the Dublin Lions. And very best Falcons 78, Santa Ana Mountaineers 0. Final. There's another flag.
Flag goes down. There was an injured player for the Bobcats.
Well, I think we're
that's Colton Hill. Goodness,
I think we're going to have offsetting penalties.
Say it isn't so.
So here we go. Dead ball, personal foul. On us. Dead ball, personal foul. On us. So nothing on them on that play. Okay. Yeah. Those are. Now see if it was Midland, they'd be going, there's that San Angelo officiating showing up.
Not that many times. 42-14. Cats come in 0-1. Sandies, they had to scrap the game against Odessa last week after they played for, I think, a little over a quarter. Next up for them will be Midland High and their Flexbone offense. That ought to be a good one. Amarillo, Paladuro, then Monterey and District, Abilene, Caprock, Coronado, Lubbock, and Tascosa.
8:37.
Bivens Stadium in Amarillo. Nice crowd on hand. Nice weather for the game as well. It was 83 at kickoff in Amarillo.
Hey, those Mojo Panthers are down 35-28 against the Eastlake Falcons.
They beat Plano for the first time in a long time last week. Odessa Permian did.
Midland Bulldogs, halftime, 21. El Paso Pebble Hills, 17.
Throwing Lopez. How did he do that? They almost got to him. He had to stop and go backwards, and then he just threw a touchdown to Oliver Parsons. And it said in Dave Campbell's Texas Football he was a household name for Amarillo fans. Now he really is. Multiple touchdowns tonight. Parsons, who came in with 6 touchdowns receiving and 486 yards, and he's added several more to that tonight. Manning had 4 receiving touchdowns coming into the season. He has a touchdown catch. And the extra point from Rhett Ladd. They got close to it.
They got close to it. It hit the upright. No good. So there's a positive.
Will remain 48-14. Another touchdown reception for the Sandies. And the Bobcats have a lot of catching up to do. We'll be back. You're watching Central Bobcats football on Concho Sports Network, presented by First Community Federal Credit Union.
With great low rates on new, used, and refinance autos, we can save you money. First Community has great payment options and low prices for GAP, extended warranty, and credit life insurance, so we can make your payment fit your budget. Contact First Community for your auto financing needs.
At Schertz Landscape, we care about the quality of trees that you put in your landscape. Therefore, we grow our trees here locally in the Concho Valley. As a certified arborist, I not only care about the quality of your tree being planted, but I am also qualified as a tree risk assessor. I can evaluate the health of an older tree or the risk that it may have to you and your property. Come see us at Schertz Landscape, where we care about the quality of your trees.
Provide us.
Welcome back to Bivens Stadium here in Amarillo. You're watching Central Bobcats football on Concho Sports Network, presented by First Community Federal Credit Union.
And I just got a clarification on the penalties. There were 4 penalties called on that one play, all of them against Central. 2 personal fouls, offsides, and a interference with the play.
Another touchdown throw from Jet Lopez, this time to Austin Sluter. See if the Bobcats can get something going. Spinning out of a tackle on the return, then thrown very rudely out of bounds just past the 25-yard line on the return for Cameron Mayfield, the senior.
And we've got an injured player.
For the Bobcats.
Yep, injured Bobcat.
Bobcat fans, want to let you know if you're in the market for a new car or truck, go see the folks at Mitchell Automotive Group. That's Mitchell Toyota on Knickerbocker Road and Mitchell Buick GMC on Sherwood Way. Mitchell Automotive Group. Look at that crowd. It's a big stadium. I don't know what the capacity is, but they put on. They come out for football, and they're happy so far tonight. Their Golden Sandstorm taking care of business in their black and gold. 8:24 to go. We're in the third quarter.
Brownwood up by 3 out there in Wall.
That's been a dogfight. That's been a good game.
Been a really good game.
4A top 10, 3A top 10 showdown. I don't recall them ever playing Wall. Brownwood. I mean, Wall played Brock plenty of times.
No, Brownwood, I want to say whenever I was a kid, Brownwood played, but back in the 70s maybe?
I remember watching Brownwood play Central back when I lived in Brownwood, actually, with Saul Southall.
Yep. He just passed away, didn't he?
Godspeed, Saul.
Yep.
Once a Bobcat, always a Bobcat. His Grandpa Morris was the color commentator for Brownwood football.
I tell you what, Morris Southall was one of the greatest coaches I ever had the pleasure to play for.
This during a game one time, they thought it was a flag, and it was a tortilla and Morris said, "That's a tortilla." Bobcats in a regroup here for a second. If you have any scores, I would like to hear them, except probably the Dublin score. I don't think my alma mater is having much fun.
Well, I was looking through here to see if there was anything else I could see. Third quarter, Euless Trinity Trojans 56, Midland Legacy Rebels 31.
Rebels have been the torchbearer for the Little Southwest Conference in the playoffs.
The Bronchos are from Odessa are playing LD Bell Blue Raiders.
Coach Mark Smith was the head coach there.
He sure was. Blue Raiders up 36-28. Third quarter.
Bobcats keep it on the ground. Elijah Allen for a short gain. On the offensive line, Kyler Price at right tackle. Of course, Junior Kalamafani at left tackle. Caleb Martinez snaps the ball to Squeaky. Squeaky turns on the counter, going to hand it off. Right side. Turns the corner, and he's immediately wrapped up by one of the Sandies defenders. Elijah Allen on the carry again. It was Jalen Minares, the senior or junior linebacker, that got to him first. You see for the Sandies, Oliver Cronella, 45, out of that three-man front, the end on the right side. For the Bobcats, Ethan Boyd, Kyler Price at tackle, and Chase Cole at tackle on the left side. The snap to Squeaky. Squeaky. They give him time. Wide open. And a reception. Bouncing off a tackle. And he's hit hard by Jalen Minares. But the Bobcats have themselves a first down. And that was a nice reception for Gavin Johnson. He's just a sophomore, you know, Gavin. 5'9", 165 pounds. And he was right in that nice little space in the zone where he was able to make that catch. First down, Cats.
And I don't see Colton Hill out there.
Yeah, it was him that went down earlier.
So it may be that he's done for the night. You're down. Let some of those twos get some little bit of playing time.
Oh, we need Colton all season long. Nice run. He gets to the outside, 40, 35, inside the 35, and a flag will fly right at the end of the play as Elijah Allen gets the carry.
Are we actually going to get a face mask on them? Because that's what it looked like.
Elijah Allen.
And here we go. We'll find out. Personal foul, face mask.
Yes.
On the Sandies. Well, there's their one for the half, right?
You are correct, sir. Penalties from Olivas Roofing and Solar. Elijah, 22 carries, 94 yards last week in the opener against Abilene. Abilene Cooper up next.
For the Central Bobcats.
Midland High next. For the Sandies, dribbling in motion.
It's going to be a good game.
Handoff, big hole on the right side, inside the 10, the 5. Is he in?
They're going to call him out.
He's out about the 2-yard line.
Okay.
He tried to get it inside the pylon, couldn't, but still, John Paul Nombrano II, JPN with the carry, and the senior has a first and goal.
Oh, and there's some.
Why is the referee trying to raise the roof?
He's telling him to roll the clock.
Inside the Angelo MRI red zone with a first and goal for the Angry Orange. Squeaky sneaky. And that is a Bobcat touchdown. Alpha Paving touchdown for Squeaky. And Squeaky gets his first rushing touchdown of the evening. That's going to be 3 rushing this season.
He didn't.
Oh, he didn't?
No, he didn't. They called a timeout before we could get in. So they went fast, went quick, and they called a quick timeout.
I say we flex and run the same play.
I say we give the ball to Junior and let him run right up the middle.
Yeah. He could be like Chris Fuamatu Ma'afala.
That's who I was thinking.
I tell you, he was one bad Ma'afala.
He was a stud there.
Yeah, I went to Pittsburgh to watch the Aggies play at Heinz Field, and I got me a Ma'afala shirt. It says
awesome.
one bad Ma'afala on it.
That's awesome. So we'll see what they do. You know, it's first in goal from the 2. It looked like it should have been a little closer, but I'm not down there on the field.
John Paul Lambrano, the senior, got him down there on the run on the right side. Offensive line did their job. JP2
still
getting it done.
Angelo MRI red zone. Looks like they're going to take your advice, Darren, and run the exact same play.
This time Squeaky's going to have to work for it, but he's going to get it.
And he got it.
He's a tough kid. They converged on him, couldn't get him. This time, for real, it's an Alpha Paving touchdown for the Bobcats. Trying to get back in this one here in the third quarter. That one went a long way, and they did it with a nice long reception and a nice long run to help them get down there, plus a face mask penalty, a penalty on the other team, which is a joy right now.
Yeah, finally one not on us.
The hold and the extra point from Vaughn is up and good. 48-21. Look out for those Bobcats. They're coming back here in the third quarter. 5:54 to go. We're back after this. You're watching Central Bobcats football on Concho Sports Network, presented by First Community Federal Credit Union.
With great low rates on new, used, and refinance autos, we can save you money. First Community has great payment options and low prices for GAP, extended warranty, and credit life insurance, so we can make your payment fit your budget. Contact First Community for your auto financing needs.
At Schertz Landscape, we care about the quality of trees that you put in your landscape. Therefore, we grow our trees here locally in the Concho Valley. As a certified arborist, I not only care about the quality of your tree being planted, but I am also qualified as a tree risk assessor. I can evaluate the health of an older tree or the risk that it may have to you and your property. Come see us at Schertz Landscape, where we care about the quality of your trees.
Provide us with a better price at the time of purchasing your new tires, and we'll match it.
Okay.
Back in Amarillo, they're going to have to retry the extra point. They're going to go for 2. Right in the hands of Stribling. He bounces it high, and in the back of the end zone, it is caught on the tip for the 2. We'll take that. Bobcats. It'll be 22-48. Let's explain. They had to redo the extra point, which was made to give them 21 points, and they thought, well, let's cut down the distance a little bit and try for 2. And Stribling tipped it high in the air.
Yeah, and a lucky tip, just like they drew it up. Right there on the board, they drew that up that way.
Sure. Looked like it was going to go out the back of the end zone, but they got the 2. Want to let everybody know Concho Sports Network is a Pixelcast media brand. No better way to get your story out to the world than with video, and no one in San Angelo does it quite like Pixelcast Media. If you'd like to expand your brand in San Angelo and West Texas, call us at 325-486-0300. 486-0300. Pixelcast Media. This is a Pixelcast Media production. Be sure and smash that like button. You can follow us on your favorite social apps, Instagram, Facebook, and on YouTube at Concho Sports. Schertz Landscape Company, bringing you our kickoffs tonight. Here it is, fair catch for Tate Blackwell, the junior, for Amarillo. Coach Chad Dunham said that this team, even though they lost some key players, obviously they've filled those up nicely, and he said they want to play quick. He said, we will be quick. And they have played a good pace tonight against the Bobcats. They may want to slow it down now with a 48-22 lead. At least the Bobcats marched down there and scored. Got the 2. They get a stop here. Well, you never know. Get within some kind of doable point distance by fourth quarter. 3 receivers. Bobcats 4-man front this time. Right side, 30 to the 34-yard line.
That's right. They did come out with a 4-man front there.
Yeah.
So they must have seen something, wanted to switch up that.
Yeah, Oscar Herrera, number 90.
With great low rates on new, used, and refinance autos, we can save you money. First Community has great payment options and low prices for Gap.
48-22 here in the third. Lots of fans here for the Golden Sandstorm. 6-hour drive. A lot of Bobcat fans made it as well, and we salute you. Hope you have a good trip, win or lose, and a safe one. On second down, left side. He escapes a tackle in the backfield, takes a hard hit, and goes out of bounds around the 39-yard line. That's Trey Warnsley on the carry for Amarillo. Somebody had a chance at him. I think it was Garcia that couldn't wrap him up in the backfield. 17-7, Brownwood leads Wall. In that game going on now, out in Wall, Texas. Right side, big hole. Still going. Can't bring him down. 40 to the 35 for Jude Donovan.
Brought down by Jackson, number 16. But get this, there's a penalty on the play.
Imagine that. That's Jaden Torres Jackson.
False start on the Sandies. Yeah, that I'm laughing because of something that was said, but positives. Let's find some positives here.
So,
but they look at that. Well, they went back to that 3-4.
That's the bread and butter.
Nice tackle. Just, what is that, Van Sickle?
And Mason, one of the leaders on this team, and on the last, even though there was a penalty, there were quite a few missed tackles on that previous run.
Yeah, and that's another little thing that's got to be driving. It's going to, whenever they look at this film, it's going to drive them insane. The missed tackles, the blown coverage.
Special teams has been problematic tonight. And this young man has done a great job at quarterback. He overthrows that one, does Jet Lopez. Bobcats coverage, Zayden Norton on the coverage for the Cats, as well as Kason Rogers, who was over the top of the intended receiver.
And you said the Sandies play Midland High.
Midland
they play
High
the Bulldogs.
Mm-hmm.
That's going to be an interesting game to see, because Midland right now,
they have a big district, you know, these schools, Amarillo, El Paso. District starts quickly.
Midland's up 21-17 against Pebble Beach.
Lopez.
Or Pebble Hill, sorry.
Lopez throws. He has to go up for it, but Bryson Brown gets another reception, and the senior is at the 46-yard line.
Still, it's going to be 4th and 3. 3:51 left in the third. Looks like they thought about it for a second. Now they're going to punt.
Well, really, no reason not to with this lead.
4th and 2.
Jimmy Edwards back to returning the punt.
Sorry, we're both of us looking at different things at the same time.
Certainly are taking their times. Coach Dunham comes out on the field. We have a timeout. He's going to have a word with his Sandies. Thank you for joining us. Bobcats football. You're watching it live on Concho Sports Network. We'll take a break. Central Bobcats football on Concho Sports Network is presented by First Community Federal Credit Union.
With great low rates on new, used, and refinance autos, we can save you money. First Community has great payment options and low prices for GAP, extended warranty, and credit life insurance, so we can make your payment fit your budget. Contact First Community for your auto financing needs.
At Schertz Landscape, we care about the quality of trees that you put in your landscape. Therefore, we grow our trees here locally in the Concho Valley. As a certified arborist, I not only care about the quality of your tree being planted, but I am also qualified as a tree risk assessor. I can evaluate the health of an older tree or the risk that it may have to you and your property. Come see us at Schertz Landscape, where we care about the quality of your trees.
Welcome back to Bivens Stadium. You're watching Central Bobcats football live on Concho Sports Network, presented by First Community Federal Credit Union. I'm Darren Prater. Arlen Ponder is alongside. It's been a frustrating night as far as penalties go for the Bobcats. It seems like we can't have two plays without some kind of penalty. 48-22. Cats did score and get the two-point conversion on their last possession. Throw on the sideline is way overthrown. Nobody there for it. And that's going to be fourth down.
That was fourth down.
Yeah, it was fourth down.
So it's a turnover on downs.
Thanks to all our sponsors tonight. Luke's Cage, one of them. I have some pretty spiffy-looking stuff from Luke's Cage.
2:57 left in the third. The Wall game just ended. We started at the same time.
Really? I thought they were in the fourth quarter. 17-7 Brownwood.
17-7 Brownwood.
Well, the Hawks made a good showing accounting for themselves. It was tied at 7 most of the game.
Could you repeat that real quick?
Let's see. 34-34. San Angelo Lakeview tied with the Snyder Tigers. 11:57 left in the fourth.
Come on, Chiefs. Let's get this.
Oh, okay.
Let's see. Sterling City, 20. Miles Bulldogs, 55 with 3 minutes left in the fourth.
Be sure and join us at Shenanigans, because Shenanigans, along with Orange Theory Fitness, brings you Bobcat Insider, 7 o'clock Mondays, live with Coach Mark Smith and us at Shenanigans, followed by Hector Guevara and the Chiefs Insider. So join us Monday. Come out and have a bite to eat and enjoy it. And that was rough, to say the least. That's Jaden Mack, who is the slot receiver. And he was hit hard by Javari Henderson. Second down.
And there's been a problem with the play clock. So the officials have turned off the play clock, and now they're keeping time on the field.
Maybe they'll mess up and give the Bobcats an extra quarter. Rush coming to Squeaky. Squeaky throwing and incomplete. Went out of bounds as he tried to hit Elijah Allen on the sideline. Third down.
Boy, and this has been a fun game to call.
Penalty after penalty. It just, the Bobcats started out on fire. If they can just keep that up and not get discouraged when things go bad.
That's it. They got down a little bit, and then they got their dander down, and then they got down even more. But kudos to them for staying with it. There's a completion.
Brought down by Jalen Minyares for the defense. Jimmy Edwards, the junior. Going to be nice to have him around a couple more seasons.
It's going to be a first down. 2 minutes left in the third.
Looking at the comments on YouTube, somebody said, see what happens when you throw the ball after one of the interceptions. I remember the coach said, well, three things can happen and two of them are bad. You throw the ball.
Well, and there we go back to running the rock.
Nothing there.
He actually loses 2 yards, it looks like.
Let's see here. Colin Thompson. He's one of our commenters on the YouTube at Concho Sports on YouTube. He said they're beating themselves, really.
Absolutely.
And that's, in a lot of ways, yes, they can't get out of their own way.
Well, and yeah, I'll leave it at that. I will.
Of course, any team that I root for either beats themselves, the referees beat them, or we give it to them. That's always a handy excuse. I like it.
1 minute and counting. Was that a catch? And I just got a message from somebody that said, this game's still going.
It's getting late in Amarillo.
Yeah. But I did see that there was some starters, linemen that went out and came subbing back in. So giving those two some chances to play.
Squeaky, they were about to lower the boom on him. He puts his hands up. I don't have the ball. He handed it off.
And I think we should be going fourth quarter.
Yes, sir. That's it for 3. Bobcats trail 48-22. We'll be back with the fourth and final quarter from Amarillo right after this. You're watching Central Bobcats football on Pixelcast Media's Concho Sports Network, presented by First Community Federal Credit Union.
With great low rates on new, used, and refinance autos, we can save you money. First Community has great payment options and low prices for GAP, extended warranty, and credit life insurance, so we can make your payment fit your budget. Contact First Community for your auto financing needs.
At Schertz Landscape, we care about the quality of trees that you put in your landscape. Therefore, we grow our trees here locally in the Concho Valley. As a certified arborist, I not only care about the quality of your tree being planted, but I am also qualified as a tree risk assessor. I can evaluate the health of an older tree or the risk that it may have to you and your property. Come see us at Schertz Landscape, where we care about the quality of your trees.
Provide us with a better price at the time of purchasing your new tires and we'll match it. It's just that simple. Or find a better price within 30 days of your purchase and we'll refund you the difference. Either way, you win.
Mitchell Buick GMC, your home.
Welcome back to Amarillo. It is 48-22. Amarillo leads San Angelo Central as we begin the fourth and final quarter of play. Concho Sports Network here live, presented by First Community Federal Credit Union. Bobcats trailing 48-22, but it ain't over till it's over.
Hey, and Ballinger picks up their second win of the season, beat Christoval 21-0 after going 0-10 last year. And there's a penalty. Bet it's going to be a delay because they can't. So they're keeping the game clock on the field. And whenever you change that changes the things that Squeaky has to look at now.
Mm-hmm.
Not only does he have to read the defense, he has to pay attention to what the back judge is back there counting and saying. Oh, we got a false start on us. Just as bad. But talking about that, Squeaky now has to go through all of the motions in addition to watching to see what's going to happen, what the official's giving him.
Clock has yet to move. One more to go here at Bivens Stadium on a nice night in Amarillo.
I'll be curious to see what the penalty ratio is here.
Oh, game clock is back up. Kasner Stribling in motion right in the middle, going to throw a block. No, it's overthrown. Incomplete in the end zone for Jimmy Edwards, the intended receiver.
And some of the things that they've gotten away from that last game, you know, they were pounding that ball right up the middle of the A and B gap. A gaps, sorry. But then they were also going to that tight end a lot more, and they were going to some of those short passes to the wideouts.
Stribling in motion that time. He threw a nice block in the middle.
Stribling, that's it.
Kasner Stribling. He's lined up slot left. Edwards wide to the left. Squeaky with pressure coming. Squares up and throws it into the turf.
And are they going to get him for grounding there?
Did they throw a flag?
I thought I saw one fly up, but it may be that I'm having flashbacks. Nope. So 4th and, 15, 16?
No reason not to go for it.
Well, it's the Bourbon Bowl. We got to pull out all the stops.
Trailing by 26 in hostile territory after a long trip. Squeaky has Jesse Smith to his right. Rolling, looking, throwing. Caught! Is he in bounds?
There's a hat on the field out there, so he may have stepped out and come back in. That's usually what a hat on the white.
That's Gavin Johnson, the sophomore. Who may have stepped out of bounds.
Yep. That's usually what that hat means.
He's got hands, though. Darius Hewitt comes out. Coming back in the game, Elijah Allen at running back. One ref looked a little angry at the other one.
And they called it a completed pass. Okay.
Hey, Gavin. Good job, Gavin.
Okay, so the receiver was pushed out of bounds by a defender. So in that sense, he can come back in, he can reestablish himself and catch the ball.
Thanks for clearing that up. Young Gavin showing what he can do. And Squeaky, he was cool under pressure. He had to square up, and they were right on him.
Well, Squeak had an opportunity there. They were missing a nose tackle there.
Gavin wind up slot left, and Bobcats will run it for a few yards with Elijah Allen on the carry.
Looks like they're bringing in a heavy package here.
Of course, inside the Angelo
formation.
MRI red zone.
This is great.
Nice.
It's just a starburst. That's right.
Single file. Straight T. Shotgun. Can Squeaky get to the outside? Squeaky pushed out of bounds around the 4-yard line. And there's a flag. Oh. Did they get a little rough? Are they going to get Squeaky with a face mask? One of the coaches ushering him.
Yeah, one of the officials is escorting him, but it looked like he was signaling it's going to go against the Sandies.
Okay. Alivas Restoration and Solar.
I'm not going to hold my personal foul on the Sandies.
Oh.
First down.
Squeaky kind of raised his hands like, come on.
And I love this formation right here. Squeak just goes through. All he's telling them is what he's going to call it on. And then they starburst and break out.
Shotgun with a straight T, and Squeaky's right up the middle. The Squeaky sneaky, and a touchdown. An Alpha Paving touchdown for the Bobcats. There's no quit in this team. They didn't lay down and quit, and it's been frustrating tonight. Flag!
Another flag. Sorry, I had my head down. 11:01. Squeak with the run, but we're going to see what this is. Where's the official? Okay, so it's on them.
Keep executing. Keep fighting.
Is that Chase Miller in there kicking, number 84?
That's Evan Vaughn, 5'6", 150-pound senior, Mr. Vaughn. Brett Jones to hold. I believe Brian Sandoval's going to snap it.
Well, unsportsmanlike is what that last penalty was on the Sandies. And there should, is that going to, that's good.
There's no quit in the Cats. They're coming back. 11:01 to go in the fourth quarter. Can you believe it's only, hadn't even been a minute with all the flags and whatnot? We'll be back in Amarillo. You're watching Central Bobcats football, presented by First Community Federal Credit Union.
With great low rates on new, used, and refinance autos, we can save you money. First Community has great payment options and low prices for GAP, extended warranty, and credit life insurance, so we can make your payment fit your budget. Contact First Community for your auto financing needs.
At Schertz Landscape, we care about the quality of trees that you put in your landscape. Therefore, we grow our trees here locally in the Concho Valley. As a certified arborist, I not only care about the quality of your tree being planted, but I am also qualified as a tree risk assessor. I can evaluate the health of an older tree or the risk that it may have to you and your property. Come see us at Schertz Landscape, where we care about the quality of your trees.
Provide us with a better price at the time of purchasing your new tires and we'll match it. It's just that simple. Or find a better price within 30 days of your purchase and we'll refund you the difference. Either way, you win.
Mitchell Buick GMC, your hometown.
Welcome back to Amarillo. It's 49-28. Amarillo leads your Central Bobcats, but the Bobcats have been scoring points as of late. You're watching it all live on Concho Sports Network, presented by First Community Federal Credit Union. Darren Prater and Arlen Ponder here. Our kickoff's brought to you by Schertz Landscape Company. As we get ready to kick it off, the Evan Vaughn to kick it off for the Bobcats.
So, Snyder, 40. Lakeview, 34, final.
So close. Short kick to the 30-yard line, to the 31. And that is where Amarillo will start this drive. The Golden Sandstorm, Coach Chad Dunham, 6-6 last season. They're 4-2 in their district. Area finalists. Had some key players graduate, but they've obviously filled that vacancy up well, even though they didn't get to play much of a game against Odessa due to bad weather last week. The Sandies at quarterback, Jet Lopez, 6 foot, 200 pounds, just a junior.
This second week of the season has not been good for any of our Concho teams.
Ball is caught, and he is immediately wrapped up and dropped by a Bobcat. That's Bryson Brown, who got the reception. Mason Van Sickle on the stop for the Cats. And they are still moving quick. You'd think they'd want to eat up some clock, but they move at a fast pace. Big run on the right side of the line. That'll be a first down for the Sandies. Jude Donovan, the junior, on the carry for Amarillo. First and 10.
No. Yep. Sorry.
Long trip home.
Quick substitution there. Norton and Rodriguez, number 17, did a quick, whoa. Illegal shift on the Sandies.
Well, they've been getting the most of the penalties here lately. at least. Sandies first down. Low snap brings it under control, hands the ball off, and a short gain for Jude Donovan.
Garcia there on the top of the pile.
Brian Sandoval, the nose guard, out of the 3-4. Cornerback on the near side, Zayden Norton. Nice protection for that offensive line, and he gets the pass away to Bryson Brown. Out of bounds around the 38-yard line. Knocked out of bounds by Jackson Kennedy, the sophomore. See who's coming in here.
Number 25.
That's Ricardo Perusia, the senior. Kennedy's still out there, of course. Kason Rogers, the free safety.
Sandy's taking some time here.
They move at a good pace, but no reason to do that now, especially with the Bobcats getting some momentum. He hands off for a short gain to Jude Donovan.
Yeah, and this is, I think the Bobcats kind of getting in a rhythm here a little bit. Defensively.
David Osborne is out there.
Is he back?
At linebacker, plays at Mike linebacker. Of course, Jacob Jackson, Riley Owens also on the field for the Bobcats. Second down. Same ball carrier again. He's got around 4 yards before being taken down. And a good solo tackle for the Bobcats from Jacob Jackson, the junior. Let's see, Jacob.
And I just got a text that was not David out there.
It wasn't?
No.
I thought I saw him.
No.
Jacob Jackson.
I think it's number 25. What would you say?
Perusia. If that's wrong, we'll correct it next week. Darn it.
Yeah.
Perusia. They grabbed him in the backfield. He got out of it, but he won't escape this time. In all kinds of trouble, and down he goes for a loss at midfield. Bobcats all over him that time.
8:05 left in the game.
Brian Sandoval in on that. Sean Scott, the senior, as well. Couldn't get him the first time. He tried to change course, and they slung him to the turf with 7:57 to go here in the fourth quarter. 4th down and 16.
Stay up to date. News and info. Look at those cheerleaders. Well, there is a
That's
bunch
a lot of
them.
cheerleaders. That's a busload.
I don't know that I've seen that many Central cheerleaders. I was mistaking them for the Texans, I think.
Yeah. Everything's moving at a slow pace right now, and all the flags. I know the Brownwood and Wall game is long over with as the Lions won at 17-7. It's almost 10 o'clock.
And the TLCA game was over about 2 hours ago, I think.
Hey, you know what? We were talking last week about famous people who played for Abilene. I'm looking at some famous folks who were athletes at Amarillo.
Mm-hmm.
Rest in peace, man. Evan Tanner died in 2008. UFC, American mixed martial arts fighter. He was champion for a while. Tough guy. Evan Tanner.
Here's the punt. Oh, and it's straight up and going to come straight down. And that's one of those where you yell, fire, 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 and everybody runs the other way.
Correct. Hang on. Heath Herring is from Amarillo. Famous pride fighter, UFC fighter. He's the guy fighting in Japan who his opponent kissed him during the and he hauled off and knocked him flat out. His brother was my buddy. He played for Baylor, Hunter Herring.
Here we go. Penalty. Holding on the Sandies.
Well, they're trying to make up all the penalties they didn't get earlier. Heath Herring, yep. You know, the funny thing is Dad's a lawyer in Waco, and I had a girlfriend his mom dated him. She got to go to all the fights, like fourth row. We didn't get to go to Jack Squat, and we're the people that set him up.
Yeah, we're the setup men. You didn't even get to go, huh?
The Texas Crazy Horse, Heath Herring. They have wrestling here. Yeah, Amarillo wrestling. Where do you think those guys got going?
Really?
Wrestling. Wrestling, not wrestling, wrestling. Throws in the flat, complete across the 40-yard line and run out of bounds. Jesse Smith,
sophomore
on the reception. Jesse doing well, sophomore at 5'8", 165.
So if you're a Central fan, that's a positive that you're seeing those younger kids coming up and playing, getting some playing time.
Squeaky hands it off. Little hole to run through across the 40 out to the 43-yard line. This time it's Elijah Allen on the carry. Bobcats hurrying up as they look to the sideline to get the play. 4th down and 3.
No, that's 3rd down and 4.
Did I get that backwards?
Yeah, you got it backwards.
Oh, man.
See, they got those fancy 4th down, down and distance markers.
Huh.
Easy to do.
Squeaky trying to get Stribling's attention just like Tom Brady with Gronk. Gronk, in motion. He goes in motion. Squeaky looking for somebody to throw to. Makes a move, gets out of one tackle. Squeaky gets out of another tackle. Squeaky across the 45, 6, 7. It's a first down.
Got that first down.
He got away from 2 defenders to get there. What a run from Squeaky.
And I don't know that that's what Coach Smith wanted to do, was get Squeaky running the ball that much. I think he wanted to run a little more bully ball. And snap the ball now. Snap. There you go. Got him with too many men on the field.
Well, the Sandies are getting a bit sloppy.
Is there no flag?
I don't think so.
Are you kidding me? They had 12 men on the field.
6:25. Bobcats started out 14-0. They were on fire. And penalties, some special teams breakdowns, and some good pitch and catch from Amarillo thwarted that. But still, it's not over, and there's no quit in these Bobcats. Throwing to the left, down the sideline. Is he going to score? Yes! Yes!
Hold on.
Gavin Johnson. Alpha Paving made a touchdown.
Wait on it.
Did you see a flag?
I'm making sure. Okay, we're good. Now we can celebrate.
It's an Alpha Paving touchdown. Gavin Johnson, the sophomore, made the catch. Down the sideline he went. Nobody caught him. Touchdown Bobcats. And if these Sandies aren't careful, they're going to get their feelings hurt real soon.
Great. Excellent tiptoe down that sideline.
Bobcats, you know, they can sneak up on you. They're going to go for 2. Here's Squeaky. Back to his right. To get within 11. English looking, pressure, squares up, throws. Caught. It's caught. 48-37. It's an 11-point game. Squeaky got the throw to the end zone to Jimmy Edwards. They haven't hooked up in a while after those 2 touchdowns. Squeaky to Jimmy for the 2. It's 48-37. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back. You're watching Central Bobcats football on Concho Sports Network, presented by First Community Federal Credit Union.
Pain is never planned, and recovery time is never convenient. But the last thing you want to do is wait for answers. At Angelo MRI, you are more than a number. We can get you results within 24 hours at a price you can afford. So when you need to get back into the game fast, tell your doctor you want to go to Angelo MRI. We hope you don't need us this season. But in case you do, remember, it's your health, your choice, your MRI.
Since 1957, Medical Arts Pharmacy has been your neighborhood professionals, welcoming you when you come in and delivering when you can't. Through all the advancements in medicine, therapies, and equipment, Medical Arts has grown with you to make sure your family has the very...
Welcome back to Bivens Stadium. Kickoff's brought to you by Schertz Landscape Company. Central Bobcat football presented by First Community Federal Credit Union. Thanks to all of our sponsors for making this possible. Bobcats get the touchdown. Bobcats get the 2. Squeaky to Jimmy. They're within 11 points. They are making a game of it. The first thing that happened in the second half was Amarillo got an onside kick. They also blocked a punt tonight that they ran back for a touchdown. Some breakdowns on penalties and special teams, but the Bobcats are making this more of a game than the Sandies want it to be. That's absolutely sure. Timeout on Amarillo. Bobcat fans, if you're in the market for a new car or truck, go see the folks at Mitchell Automotive Group, Mitchell Toyota on Knickerbocker Road, and Mitchell Buick GMC on Sherwood Way. Supporting the Bobcats, Mitchell Automotive Group. 48-37. Some people decided to go ahead and hit the exits early, but they may want to come back. See if the Bobcats do the onside. Looks like it from Evan Vaughn. They get this onside. Look out. There's the bounce. They're going to get on it. Somebody put a hit on him on the ground, Jimmy Edwards. But they get the ball thanks to Kaysen Stroud, who got on that. So first down for the Sandies, leading 48-37.
Just reading some of the comments. Need to play defense. Well, yeah. But, you know, Amarillo went on a run there, and Central's had the last 3 scores.
Yeah, and Amarillo got a little sloppy on the penalties. To the far side, he turns the corner, and another problem for the Bobcat defense is, you know, something good happens, then one play, a big play.
You give up that big play.
At least they didn't let him get away with it that time.
Wait, is there
still a first down.
Any laundry on the field? Everybody's walking. Yep, look at that.
Of
there
course,
it is right
late
there.
Late flags. What's up?
Here we go. Let's see. And it's going to be on Central.
Mm.
And he didn't say what it was. Didn't signal what it was. So if you're taking that multi-choice quiz at home, you let us know what that penalty was.
So Jet Lopez, the starting quarterback, he took over for Mason Graham, who led them to a playoffs last season after a 1-3 start in district play.
Little jet sweep here.
Still can't
Missed
get
tackle.
him. Can't get him. Had to grab him by the jersey. Hey, whatever you have to do to hang on to him. And they get him out of bounds.
Kaysen Rogers, number 28.
He just hung on for dear life.
Bring up 2nd and 5.
Mason Graham, he's going to play football at New Mexico State.
Well,
going to move to tight end.
Ms. Ponder will be happy to hear that.
Mm-hmm. Jameson Garcia going to be at Incarnate Word.
I'm sorry, even though there was a flag on the play, I'm getting told there was no penalty.
They're just throwing them for fun to keep us up here till midnight. Short gain and spun to the turf Jacob Jackson on the stop that time for the Bobcat defense. Ball is at the 31.
Don't nobody better say nothing about Mr. Jackson.
He's good. It's going to be nice having him around. Just a sophomore. Action Jackson.
3rd and 3. Sandies taking their time.
They like to play at a quick pace, but not a good idea right now. I know the Bobcats would really like to have a do-over.
Yeah, in a sense, they're playing keep away from the Bobcats right now.
Yeah. And that's the right thing to do. Coach Dunham.
4:30 left.
There's a flag.
I think that's going to be a delay, especially coming from him back there. And again, no signal. But I'm going to take it that was delay.
Olivas Restoration and Solar sponsoring the penalties.
You know, I got a friend from a text that said the Allies won the war in less time than it's taken us to play this game.
Getting late in Amarillo. Those driving back going to be burning the midnight oil. They run to the left. Jet Lopez, quarterback on the keeper, and he is into the red zone, the Angelo MRI red zone. Well, not quite. 21.
Yeah, don't put up that thing yet. Nope, got to take it down. It's
okay.
21.
Up and down. You know, in honor of squeaky English, I am sitting in a squeaky chair tonight.
Is that what I keep
Show
hearing?
that I'm a fan. Yeah, that's it.
Yep. It's
Oh.
Well, you know, hey, there's some folks that went to football games and they're in bed.
Stopped him dead in his tracks.
Who was that? Number 90.
That is Oscar Herrera, the 5'9", 220-pound junior tackle. And that's what Coach wants to see. Mark Smith, you know how intense he gets when he describes just that, getting to the ball carrier and putting him down before he gets to the line. I think the Bobcats, a lot to work on, of course, but.
Well, and I don't think Coach Smith is going to come out of this game quite as he's going to come out irritated, but I don't think he's going to come out as irritated.
The Cats showed, somebody got a hand on that. Is that a live ball? It darn sure is.
That's a live ball.
Going to take it to the house.
Nope.
No. Jackson Kennedy. Jackson.
3:40-ish left on the clock.
One of the Bobcats tipped it.
I could have sworn that was 3:30.
Oh.
That looked like that hand
camera
came out of his hand kind of weird.
Yeah. I didn't see who tipped it.
Was that a tip? They hit his arm. Must have been a tip.
No immaculate reception.
Nope. Just a tip.
Frenchie Fuqua. Looking to the sideline and taking their time here in the fourth. The Sandies take on the difficult offense, the flex bone variation of Midland High up next. Trying to reverse directions, but somebody grabbed a footsie and wouldn't let him go before the rest of the Bobcats showed up. Luis Aniel Garcia, the junior linebacker.
Central going to take a timeout.
We'll take it with them. From Amarillo, it's the fourth quarter, 48-37. Sandies lead your Bobcats. You're watching Central Bobcats football, presented by First Community Federal Credit Union.
New, used, and refinance autos, we can save you money. First Community has great payment options and low prices for GAP, extended warranty, and credit life insurance, so we can make your payment fit your budget. Contact First Community for your auto financing needs.
At Schertz Landscape, we care about the quality of trees that you put in your landscape. Therefore, we grow our trees here locally in the Concho Valley. As a certified arborist, I not only care about the quality of your tree being planted, but I am also qualified as a tree risk assessor. I can evaluate the health of an older tree or the risk that it may have to you and your property. Come see us at Schertz Landscape, where we care about the quality of your trees.
Provide us with a better price at the time of purchasing your new tires, and we'll match.
Welcome back to Amarillo. Fourth quarter, 48-37. Amarillo leads your Central Bobcats in a game that could have gotten out of hand, but the Bobcats fought like
made
Bobcats.
it respectable.
11-point game. Of course, they got the reception for the 2-point conversion. Put them within 11. Sandies in Bobcat territory. Pass in and out of the hands of the intended receiver. Very catchable at the 10-yard line, and it falls incomplete.
And
that's fourth.
Cats will take over.
Or excuse me, take over on downs. Score. You know, Mr. Ponder, if the Bobcats can go down there and score and get 2-point conversion and get an onside kick.
We got 3 minutes and 22 seconds.
We believe.
There's a lot of a lot of time left. Anything can happen.
Absolutely. Like I said, our coach is probably going to be irritated by a lot, but the Bobcats have shown what they can do once they get things going.
Well, and they got themselves down, and then they got them regrouped, set things back up.
On the screen pass, 25 out to around the 27-yard line on the reception and out of bounds for Jesse Smith.
Is that coach's son?
Mm-mm.
No?
Micah Smith is his son. He's a freshman.
Oh, gotcha. I couldn't remember what grade he was in.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, just a freshman. I'm sure we will hear the name Micah Smith a lot in the future.
2nd and 4. Just around 3 minutes left. Squeak looks.
Squeaky looking, pointing. Going to try to get around a guy, and he does! Gets out of a tackle. Squeaky out of another. Foot race to the goal line.
And he's gone.
English. Oh. Inside the 10-yard line. Shoestring tackle. Prevented the touchdown. We'll see who it was that brought him down.
And Squeak banging the carpet there.
He almost had that one.
He had it.
Aiden Bailey, the defensive back, dove.
He's talking about somebody not giving up on the play.
Mm-mm.
Oh, and look at this. Here we go. This favorite formation. We need to ask him what this formation they're calling it.
Jalen Minyares really should have had Squeaky, and Squeaky went around him. Then he stepped out of another tackle and broke a few more. In the Angelo MRI red zone, this is 1st and goal. English makes a move to the right, Jukes.
And he loses the ball.
But he got back on it. That's the positive part.
That's the positive part. Clock's ticking, though. In the words of Chris Berman, tick, 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 tick.
Squeaky went one way and the defender went another. And
the ball went another.
He's making some moves. Definitely in shape, all-around athlete, great basketball player too.
Incredible basketball player, incredible track athlete too.
As his brothers before him. Squeaky takes the snap, quick throw, complete, gets around the defender. It's a Bobcat touchdown. That's a touchdown. Touchdown, Central Bobcats. This time it's Jesse Smith for the Alpha Paving TD. Look out. We have a ball game for real. Jesse Smith. He had to fake somebody out, make some moves to get to the goal line. He did it.
Oh, and we just got corrected. Micah is a sophomore.
Oh, I thought he was a freshman. I'm sorry about that.
Yep.
We've got Elijah, Micah, Christian. Should be able to put the pigskin in the promised land.
We should be able to do it.
Going for 2 to get within 3 points. Man in motion, it's Jesse. They send him back the other way. Here's Squeaky English. He's just going to run it. Squeaky is in. He's in. It's a 3-point game. Oh, me. Squeaky English to Jesse Smith for the TD. He takes it upon himself. Had just enough room to get the 2-point conversion. It's a 3-point game. A 3-point game. We'll keep it here. 48-45. Sandies lead the Bobcats, and they look a little shook right now, the Sandies do. Who would have thought? Who would have thunk? But the Bobcats have a chance. They get an onside kick here with all this momentum.
Yeah, Big Mo is definitely on Central side now.
They started out ahead 14-0. They showed you what they can do. Now they're showing you what they can do when the other team has penalties and when they settle down and don't, I won't say fluky, have those things like blocked punts and fumbles and all that kind of stuff.
And I got the opportunity to talk to one of the Bobcats the other day after the loss, and he said Coach Smith didn't yell at him. He didn't scream at him. He didn't do anything. It was more like being talked to by a disappointed dad.
Yeah, and you don't want to. He's the kind of guy you don't want to disappoint him.
And
really.
that's like Coach Wood. We'd rather die than disappoint Coach Wood. Of course, any good coach. I'm sure we talked to McSwain from the 1943.
Yeah, you don't want to disappoint those
You don't want to
guys.
disappoint those coaches.
They will kind of line drive it and snatched right out of the air by one of the Sandies. So they will get the ball. Oliver Parsons, receiver, has several touchdowns tonight. He got that right out of the air and goes down with it. So we have 1:49 to go.
Bobcats have one timeout left.
Sandies have none, but they might get the ball back. They're going to have to stop them fast.
Well, they're going to have to hold them.
Oh, man. What a game. What a game this turned out to be. If you stopped watching after that onside kick and after they scored on the first, after we lost the ball, they scored and quickly in the third quarter. If you stopped watching this game, you are going to be surprised tuning back in. Right side, they don't need to let them go across the 50 and into Bobcat territory.
And that's the first down.
Jude Donovan with the first down.
Central doesn't use their timeout. They're just going to let the clock run. If they would have gotten the stop there, they could have used their timeout, made them do something. Right now, if you're the Sandies, you're just running the ball. 3 handoffs right up the middle.
Well, this wasn't a pleasant night for the Sandies in the end. It looked like it would be. When the Bobcats got their head on straight, look what happened. How far were they down? 28, 29?
Hold up.
Or more? 30? .120 in the clock. It's running, and there's the timeout.
At one point, they were down 34. It's 48 to 14 at one point. And Bobcats have pulled back and made it 48-45.
Man.
1 minute.
They got 2 conversions, 2-point conversions, one of them off of a tip.
Yeah.
Take it any way we can get it,
well,
though.
they drew it up that way. Any good coach is going to tell you they drew it up that way.
Heck yeah.
Drew it up on the board. They tipped it. That was made that way.
So Coach Smith having a word with the Bobcats. Don't forget to join us at Shenanigans coming up Monday at 7 for Bobcats Insider. We'll break all this down with Coach Smith. And then, of course, the Lakeview Chiefs Insider with Coach Guevara at 8 o'clock at Shenanigans from Shenanigans and Orange Theory Fitness.
With Chris and Zach.
What a game it turned out to be. Oh, if there were just a little more time.
Well, this game's been long enough.
It has.
I hate to say that, but.
Well, there's a kneel down.
There's a knee. So that should.
Well, I think the problem is the Bobcats thought there was another quarter to play.
So that brings up third. So that should.
43 seconds. One more time.
They kneel it down one more time, and we're headed to the house. But that score right there, 48-45. At one point, they were down 48-14.
Man.
And they've come back and pulled back to make it a decent game.
Oh, if you could take away that blocked punt. Well, if ifs and buts were candy and nuts, we'd all have a good holiday.
That's right. But, just them shooting themselves in the foot, the mental mistakes, the the bad errors, just all of that has made it.
And that's going to do it. Bobcats go to 0-2 ahead of the showdown against Abilene Cooper next week on the road at Shotwell. But this one is over. They trailed by 34 after leading by 14. Squeaky to Jimmy Edwards. And I see Colton Hill on crutches, and that is not good. I guess the consolation would be that Jimmy and the other guys, we have some guys that can catch the ball, and when the Bobcats don't make mistakes and settle down, have a heck of a football team that's going to improve.
Oh, we got a great football team, and some of the things that you can look at is, okay, so you see Colton there. Got an update on Osmond went out. We've got him. If there's any consolation, we got him hurt second game of the season.
Yeah.
We can go on and come back and play. They can possibly be ready in district.
Well, it's getting late, so we'll go ahead and wrap this one up. Of course, the Cats up 14-0. You saw that evaporate, trailing 21-14. Of course, a blocked punt picked up by the Sandies, put them in their first lead. And these guys can play football. Jet Lopez was impressive at quarterback. Bryson Brown, Cooper Manning, Oliver Parsons, good offensive players. And, with Abilene in their district, it's going to be interesting to see how they do as they're picked third in that district. Of course, Abilene picked first. But for the Bobcats, no quit in them. And when the mistakes stopped and they let the other team have some penalties, look at that. Trailing 34, they came back.
34 unanswered points.
Squeaky to Jesse. It's Squeaky to Jesse, Squeaky to Jimmy. That's the way it's going to be this season.
Squeaky.
And Squeaky, too. After the touchdown, he got the 2-point conversion on his own that put them within 3 points. But unfortunately for the Cats, that's how it's going to end tonight. But a thriller at the end. The thriller in Amarillo.
The thriller in Amarillo.
If you're a Bobcat fan, we hope you enjoyed the broadcast, even though you didn't enjoy the outcome. And thank you all for joining us. Thanks to Mitchell Toyota. Remember, Bobcat fans, if you're in the market for a new car or truck, go see the folks at Mitchell Automotive Group. Mitchell Toyota on Knickerbocker Road, Mitchell Buick GMC on Sherwood Way. You got any scores there, buddy?
Well, I think we've given all of them, but as I said earlier, not a good night if you're a San Angelo fan. The TLCA Eagles fell 62-8 to the Lobos. The Lakeview Chiefs fell 40-34 to the Snyder Tigers. Cristoval fell 21-0 to Ballinger. Central fell.
Brownwood beat Wall by 10, but
Wall,
it was 7-7 late.
17-7. And Grape Creek fell 28-20. Let's see. And there was another one that I was going to mention. Oh, yeah, your Dublin Lions. 42 Millsap, Dublin 13. Very Best 78-0 over Santa Ana.
Wow. Thanks to Shirts Landscape Company, Oliva's Roofing and Solar, Angelo MRI, of course, Alpha Paving. Thank you very much for those touchdowns. Medical Arts Pharmacy, Shirts Landscape Company, NAMI for the starting lineups. Thank you all and all of our sponsors on the screen. Be sure and tell them you appreciate them supporting the kids. And that's going to wrap it up from Dick Bivens Stadium in Amarillo. Those of you at the game, be sure and be safe. Have a good weekend and a safe trip home. 48-45, the Sandies of Amarillo defeat your Bobcats. And that's going to wrap it up for us, for Arlen Ponder and Shay Harris and everyone who is a part of this one. Also our engineers tonight who did a great job.
Tonight's engineers, Iana Hernandez and Chris Taylor.
Good job, guys. Good job. All right, we'll see you next time.
Oh, and our camera crew.
Oh, yeah.
Zach Heidenheimer and Wayne Heidenheimer.
Good job. All right. We'll see you next time. Until then, good night, everybody.
Finance Autos, we can save you money. First Community has great payment options and low prices for GAP, extended warranty, and credit life insurance, so we can make your payment fit your budget. Contact First Community for your auto financing needs.
At Shirts Landscape, we care about the quality of trees that you put in your landscape. Therefore, we grow our trees here locally in the Concho Valley. As a certified arborist, I not only care about the quality of your tree being planted, but I am also qualified as a tree risk assessor. I can evaluate the health of an older tree or the risk that it may have to you and your property. Come see us at Schertz Landscape, where we care about the quality of your trees.
Provide us with a better price at the time of purchasing your new tires and we'll match it. It's just that simple. Or find a better price within 30 days of your purchase and we'll refund you the difference. Either way, you win.
Mitchell Buick GMC, your hometown dealer.
Pain is never planned and recovery time is never convenient. But the last thing you want to do is wait for answers. At Angelo MRI, you are more than a number. We can get you results within 24 hours at a price you can afford. So when you need to get back into the game fast, tell your doctor you want to go to Angelo MRI. We hope you don't need us this season. But in case you do, remember, it's your health, your choice, your MRI.
Since 1957, Medical Arts Pharmacy has been your neighborhood professionals, welcoming you when you come in and delivering when you can't. Through all the advancements in medicine, therapies, and equipment, Medical Arts has grown with you to make sure your family has the very latest in care. Today, we can offer you immunizations, all of your medicines in special multi-dose packaging, and compounding right here in your neighborhood pharmacy, where some things have changed with the times, but the best things never will. Medical Arts Pharmacy.
When having a truck is essential, you should drive a Tundra from Mitchell Toyota. A Toyota Tundra is a formidable combination of power, space, and technology. Plus, it's a great-looking truck. Mitchell Toyota, where we put the deal back in dealership.
Would you like a time-lapse of your construction project? Damon Bell Photography and Drone Services. Need to check your roof for hail damage but don't want to climb up that rickety ladder? Perhaps you're selling property. We also cover sports and weddings. Damon Bell